Here we go. Dark Clown, welcome.
I'm so glad the podcast is live. Warp speed ahead.
Welcome everyone to STFC Briefings. Dead. Oh, there we go.
We didn't lose Twitch, did we?
No.
No,
Lose
no.
Twitch, 2 seconds.
We are not.
Right, we heard you and he's like, oh, I gotta stick around.
There we go. We're back. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. That is because I just need to switch something on Discord. 2 seconds. And boom. Okay, we are back to normal on Discord. Back to basically very weird technical thing. When I am forced to put the OBS onto just give me 2 seconds. Let me mute this. And yeah, we're back to normal now. And then mute that. Okay, great. Yes, 5 seconds. That's why the hype train hasn't continued. And 1 sub left and we lost. Comp chest, of course. The comp chest will be in extra marbles. How about that? Put that down there. Basically, when I switch the OBS on and off in Discord, sending it, it does do this in a very rare moment of madness. Fantastic, people, or else everyone's going to be there again. We should be good on Twitch. Give me a big thumbs up if you can hear me on Twitch. How are you all? Called it, comp chest. How you doing, everybody? Can everyone hear me on Twitch? Someone confirm. Yes, we hear you. Fantastic. Okay, welcome to STFC Briefings. That was mad. I'm never going to do that again to Discord. I'm going to find a different way to punch the audio through slightly, because that makes a little bit of error. It makes it a little bit stressy. Just fine. Sniper is here. Oh my God, we have Sniper. Right, everyone, just calm down. He's here. Just everyone quiet. Sniper's here. This is exciting. I need to put the transition of putting his logo in. I'm also working on moving everything from Stream Elements, which is an absolute pain in the quasel. I mean the wazoo. The backside, the thing. The good thing is we do have legendary beach whale with some noises in the background, Beached. I don't know what to say. Who said his name 3 times? And then we do have the community mod legend himself, Netniv. He has added some new updates to community mod, we are told, which could be quite exciting. The transition screens seem to be a favorite, Netniv, which is fantastic news. So congratulations on that. We do have Mike Knight's one and only MJ hat, always available on Sundays, always available on Mike Nights, and you can also jump on his stage, which is fantastic as well. So if you feel shy there, come here. If you feel shy here, go there. Do you know what I mean? Join us after dark on OnlyFans for STFC debriefings. Barkman, I may have to put a fee on that one. MJ hat is because I've been doing that song for you so long. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well, man. How are you doing?
Yeah, great. Great news in the change to Incursions, which is absolutely fantastic and also something that we're really looking forward to. So I think that's a very good thing that's happened. Well, good thing for some, not good things for everyone. I know this. So I was really excited and to do that. Albatron will be joining us later as well, which would be very good. Incursions changing. MJ Hat, are you thrilled? Thrilled is a big word.
Well, I'm happy to see it go back to where PvP matters again. But let's be honest, guys, how many people participated this last time? I think the numbers were low.
Very low.
If memory serves.
Yeah.
Brian, not as of yet. I'm still waiting on the funds to come out of hold. When they do, though, we're moving to an apartment.
Have you found anywhere, MJ Hat, if you don't mind me asking? You found a place?
I have a meeting tomorrow afternoon.
Fantastic.
And we're supposed to figure it out. But things are going great. So just thank you, everybody. I love you all. You're freaking amazing.
No, we love you, buddy. What you do for the community, it's the least we can do for that. Which
well deserved.
Yeah, well deserved, buddy. And just remember, we are here to support all of you and everybody because we're here for each and every one of us. So if anyone ever has an issue, no matter who you are in the community, don't be scared to DM me. I respond to everybody all the time because my aim is to ensure this community is safe, happy, and wonderful. And if we can do anything for you, no matter how ridiculous the request is, please do ask because we're here for everybody. Panda Pirate kicks us off in style and saying, is Evo making a comeback to STFC with a shiny brand new Stargazer? I'm not sure, Panda Pirate. I do hope that Evo will come back. It's something he's always wanted with Incursions. The only difference is it's 12 hours. Beach Whale, early thoughts on this?
So I'm glad they're going back to the old scoring.
Great.
I don't like that they're leaving us at 12 hours, though.
Sure.
Many of my players, of all the incursions, the number of incursions that have been completely flipped on their rear end in the middle of the night or at the last second in the morning.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Is way more than what happens during the day. And taking that away from the players, I think hurts incursions overall. And I think it needs to stay at 24-hour event.
Yeah, true. Actually, here's a very good point from Simon Says, because he brings up a good point. He says, I would say PvP mattered more in the Armada PvP style. The rollback is what the community wanted, so the fact that Scopely is listening is good. But that means that one person can swing the entire score and cost the server a win again. That's a very good point. Quasel.
I'm happy about the change.
Yes.
But I wish they would have been a little bit more creative, trying out other ways to do it.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, like Simon said, the rating is the only factor that counts now. And that feels not as good. It should be part of it because, I mean, rating is part of it. But maybe just lower the points on that and make PV points in addition and maybe have other scoring options. But I get it. It's better than just the Armadas. Don't get me wrong, especially with putting everybody on the other server because that doesn't work. Yeah. So maybe they have ideas and just said, okay, let's go back because that's easier because we had a lot of changes lately. And I think that's part of the unrest in the community. Like, people are hesitant when it comes to change. And if you change all the things, well,
Yeah, it's
But
like
we will see. I'm happy.
yeah,
It's
like
better than before.
before I go to Beachwell then to Sniper, one thing I think Beachwell pointed out: if we had docked resources, that would be a lovely change. And then you don't make raiding a major part of it, and you can have PvP become a major part of it as well. And that way, if if a server wants to waste time, as Beachwell says, if people want to waste 2 to 3 days raiding one another and then raiding back and have fun with that, but the most important thing is they need to balance the scores so that if you did dock resources, now I know the problem, the coding aspect may be an issue. From some of the technicians that I've spoken to outside of the game, not inside of the game, who said that just to get it to understand that is a base's resources from a base that's not is part of a different server, and putting a tag on it might be the complicated issue with that. Sniper, I haven't heard from you in ages. I miss your voice. Let's go.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, sorry I haven't been around as much lately,
that's all right.
but I'm glad to be back. So in regards to this idea with incursions, I'm very glad they put it back to the old system. I do agree with some that I think, they should think about being creative and improve things. I think, though, mainly they could just start with things simple like improving the rewards, right? Like that
Yes.
would go a long way just by itself. Now, with this idea of like docked resources versus not docked resources, I think there's other ways around that. And I know I keep on hearing people say, whether in the discords or here, like lowering the amount of points uh, for rating.
Yes.
And I don't know how feasible that truly is because I think the points are down to like 1 point per resource, and people have quadrillions of resources, right? So
Yeah,
I don't
true.
think they can make it like a. I've never seen any event that scored at a sub one for each thing. I mean, I guess they could do something like 1 point for every 1,000 resources, but that'd start getting like complicated. Right? So I was thinking that, if the whole docked resources thing is too complicated from a coding perspective,
Sure.
there's other ways around that, right?
Yeah.
Like, for one, instead of lowering points for rating, they could increase points for PvP to, substantially, 5x, 10x, 100x, right?
Yeah.
For that. And in addition to that, and probably more to the point, if you think about it, and I don't have the numbers, they have the numbers, right? But I would imagine, and from everyone I've ever talked to, and what just makes logical sense, like probably 90, 95, maybe even 98% of people raid with an amalgam, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, there's the G6, occasionally raid there if you ever get down to the Sigma, but with all the recent IA additions and everything else, it gets to be, more valuable to raid with amalgam, even as G6, G7 player.
Yeah.
So they could easily add into the scoring instead of directly saying docked resources. Just make it way more points to destroy an amalgam or destroy amalgam that has resources, right? They could if they increase like the PvP by 10 points, then increase the uh, well, two things. I'll give them like at least two options. One, you could just give points for every resource you destroy in an amalgam.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be too hard for them to do. And then it basically negates any resources that they gain from the base, right? Or two, just create like a flat, huge amount of points for blowing up an amalgam from the other server because they can already trace. Because they only give you PvP points for blowing up ships from the other server. You don't get
Yeah.
PvP
Yeah.
points for blowing up ships from your own server. So they could. The second choice is they could just say, I'm sure other people in the panel could come up with other ideas, but
Yeah.
they could just say a flat, like, I don't know, let's say 1 trillion points for blowing up, an amalgam, or 10 trillion points for blowing up an amalgam.
Yeah.
And then it's an actual risk. Like,
Yeah.
you say, okay, I can raid this base while someone's guarding it, right? Or while a bunch of people from the server are guarding it.
Yeah.
But even if I get resources, if my amalgam gets blown up, I'm costing 1 trillion points.
Yeah.
So I may get 1 trillion or 2 trillion or 5 trillion from the base, but I'm costing 1 trillion every time my amalgam gets blown up.
Yeah. True.
So
Yeah.
that you don't have to trace, change any special coding. Just add that as a scoring mechanism.
Yeah, true. I do have an idea, but I know there's an alternative view. So let's go. Beach Whale, are you happy, or do you want to jump in on this? Because I'm going to take it to Retro Fury, who I know has a different view on this and would love to hear it as well. Beach Whale, you good? You haven't unmuted. Retro Fury, jump on, lovely. Retro. Go on. There you go.
Happy time zone, everyone.
Hello.
I'm disappointed that it's going back personally
Okay.
to the way it was before. I really found Incursions a little boring
Interesting.
and repetitive, especially the rating. It is really rather repetitive, I unfortunately don't have like a brilliant idea of what can make it exciting. Like maybe if we could only use Reltas, if everything was, they changed it to Relta Incursions and everyone had to do everything with, that might be interesting.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you bring up a good point. You say it's boring. I'm going to counter it, but I know Beach Whale's unmuted. Beach, go ahead, buddy. Beach Whale? Oh, there you are.
I'm here. Yeah, I was just... Okay. I kind of like the, make points count for killing amalgams.
Yes.
The problem that people are getting with, like, make it Rialtas, that takes away the challenge. The big players want a challenge. If you're just fighting Rialtas, it comes down to just who has the highest tiered officer. Not much else, anything. There's no challenge of, okay, what crew do I need to change to beat that vengeance that's the same exact power as me or stronger than me?
Yeah.
When everybody's forced to use the same single ship.
Yeah.
There's nothing they've tried to change with Incursions that is more fun than when you have a base with quadrillions of resources that's unshielded, and you have an entire system filled with people fighting over that base. It can't get any funner than that.
Oh, it's great. Like
ratings, yes.
Yeah.
People hate rating.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, okay.
But it's fun.
But Retro, let me try and give you 2 points, and I'm happy for you to come back on these. And I think you're right, Retro. The boring part of it is the raiding aspect. However, the most fun, like a player that's up 71, 2, 3, and 4 and higher, is that they enjoy sort of opening a base for their lower players, and their lower players do the raiding. So I think the reason raiding works is the challenge of being able to open a base becomes the big player thing. And while the little players who are even up 40 go, hey, boss, I found a base. And you're like, wow, okay, I'll go and chase it. Let me take it down. And then you're like, wait a minute, my ship died. And that's the fun that we get for those minutes. After that, Yeah, go on.
So maybe I'm in the middle there because I'm 67, so I'm not super big, but I'm not mid-ups.
Yes, exactly. And also, let's, Formeltron brings up a very good point. He says, problem for the G6 Plus is way too difficult to get Sigma. Now, if Sigma became an option where you get a trickle of it in every raid, and Ops 67, so we're saying people from probably 65 before they got to 66 all the way to about 70 would be like, ugh, I don't get the right type of resources for this to be useful. And that's where there's a problem. And the problem in this whole game is that ops level, I believe, Retro. And I think they haven't balanced anything in those levels very well for the last couple of months, especially as the hostiles are not quite there, the things are not quite there, and the ratings aren't quite there. If you can fit that gap in and make it more exciting for them, like even if it's a Sigma trickle, you'd go and raid, right? If you can get 2% of Sigma every raid, you'd suddenly go, yeah, I love raiding. I'll click all day. Well, I don't know. Would you? Would you, Retro?
Maybe for 20 minutes.
Yeah, for 20 minutes. That shouldn't be any problem at all. But that gives you the idea. Chris Pike, jump in with your thoughts regarding Incursions change. I think it's good.
I'm completely shocked as a 67 that wouldn't be exciting for you. That you could actually get Sigma resources to try and start leveling up your base and your ship. How would that not be exciting? And So I've posed this before. Why don't they offer, because they do this during Incursions specifically, an XO that lets you raid Sigma resources at a more efficient rate?
Yeah.
So that either it bypasses the legacy RSS for those that can raid it. Okay. So maybe you don't make it available to the G5 players, like mid-ops players. Maybe you have to be a G6 player to be able to rate it, but you would be the most relevant player looking for that. And so you've just made Incursions relevant again for the G6 through G7 players. That's part of the problem. Part of it is that really was the antiquatedness of the mechanic, is the stuff you're rating wasn't really valuable. So what you do is you'd hit a base, crack it for those that are G5 and below.
Yeah.
They could raid the traditional stuff. They're getting the points. Again, you're looking for the PvP, and that's it.
Yeah.
But it could be more than that. It could be if you can now raid like stuff that's relevant to you.
Oh yeah. You're
both
right.
Relevant to everyone, right?
Yeah.
Again, this is that I keep, I'm going to say inclusion again, right? Participation again. You're trying to increase in participation, make it relevant for everyone. So if everybody could raid, what their relevant thing would be for them to get, okay, then it becomes relevant again to everyone. And I guarantee you, people will start clicking that button, and you'll have G6, G7 players raiding again, especially the free to play.
Yeah, true. So let me just read.
And the PvP would be even more.
Yes.
Would be more fierce. Because at that point now people are protecting stuff that's like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah. Let me add
it would
this
become
in.
even more fierce.
Yeah. Let me add this in. Okay, Beach will go ahead. I really want to get Cruzito's note in, but go ahead, Beach.
I was just gonna say on the idea of that EXO, give a very, very small percentage of materials. I mean, if I could get, with the amount of materials you need in G7, if I could get 200 uncommon gas and ore and crystal for raiding for 3 hours, I'd friggin' take it. Or flat, 8 hours. I'd be all over that.
Yeah. Well, I think he's talking about the Sigma resources. Sojin, before
I know he was. I was just adding that in.
Yeah,
That's another thing to add to it, though, that, hey, this would make it fun and make people want to do it.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Cruzito brings in, before Sojin jumps in, says, I think the issue, Nigel, is right now during a raid in Incursions, as soon as they scoop, it scores. So there is really no point in defending. What Sniper said is the way to go by adding a massive bonus for killing the scooping ships, which I agree with, would be something that would make it exciting. The only reason anyone raids an Incursion today is not for the RS, really, it's for the points. While Brian Racer says, I would think with the updated Sigma refines, raiding is important again. So, Jim, get your point in. We'll go to Quasel after that.
So, excuse me. So, Scopely's done a lot recently that we've given him kind of, flack for. So, I actually want to compliment him on listening to us, which is what we're always wanting. So, Scopely, if you're listening, I'm sure you are. Good job. You actually listened. The majority of us told you, hey, this isn't working. We're not going to engage in it. Obviously, they saw the numbers, and you guys brought it back.
Yeah.
Now, I know, I think even Beachwell said that dropping it down to 12 hours. Well, I think it should be 24/2, but I'm going to go with the fact that maybe they're wanting to see going back to the old format gets the engagement back. And if they see that, then maybe they've got other ideas for how to tweak it, which is how you improve a mechanic. You don't do 40 or 50 changes and then you're dumbfounded when it doesn't work. So, step by step. Going to what Retro said, she didn't think that she actually did not like the way that they changed it back. So that's okay, but there are different ways that you can tweak it.
Yeah,
you don't have to just go all one way with it. So all these suggestions and feedback, the Scopely note takers take notes. We're telling you ideas to investigate, ideas to work out.
Yeah.
See how the engagement is this coming Saturday.
Yeah.
You're gonna see that we're all gonna be engaging. So everybody get out and engage in it.
Yeah.
So that they see, hey, we changed it back because they wanted it. They're engaged. Now let's take some more suggestions. And next month we'll make don't make a massive one, Scopely.
Small one.
Make a small little
Very
change.
small.
make it to where all these different ideas and ways that we're trying to improvement are beneficial. It could just be adding in an adjustment to the scoring mechanic, an adjustment to the rating mechanic. Maybe make it to where the what you raid, you got to get like 10,000 more before you get a point. Adjust it. It's not, doesn't have to be anything massive. Just small changes, scope, please.
Yeah. Well, that's for the designers and developers to come up with brand new ways, because the players will always request things that benefit them. But Andra on Twitch says, so I'm happy with the change back, but I do agree that raiding itself is boring, which is fun is the large-scale multiple-player fights. Raiding provokes that, but I always wonder if there are other ways to force fight. Systems to try and hold throughout the day, like a territory, but ideally pushing you to use your biggest ships. Just try and force some really big guns. Yeah, it could be another way. But again, we're going beyond. That's a major change. So if we're talking about small change, A. Wilson brings up a point, but remember the PvP banding for raiding now. Incremental changing, Divine says. Crazy says the Sigma raiding sounds amazing, but I highly doubt that they'll do it. Eli, the youngling, says, and better PvP chess for victories, maybe, which could be quite interesting. Maybe loads of Sigma. Or what Beach Whale says, which is add resources. Don't let people lose resources. Lady Command, who's G4. Just so you know, we've now spoken to a G2, a G3. G4's opinions are, at the moment, Lady Command is a G4 with Daruk as well. Say, the problem with Incursions, I know that this is emotional for those who threw constant competition for 12 to 24 hours to make sure our server got enough points and also help players get into bases. Stayed for hours and hours while competition's good. They shouldn't be giving so much rewards. The players aren't getting up from doing it. While Daruk says, as a 45, I want to have an open PvP range again, at least for Incursions. Let me raid a 60 plus. So maybe the top end goes. Yeah. That's interesting, because a 45's going, nah, mate, I want loads. Give me that stuff. But while E11E is suggesting that raiding Sigma XO is an idea, there's so many ways they can go. It's up to the developers and designers, as they gather all this information from the various sources that they gather information from, to go, hey guys, let's make it a bit more exciting mechanic. And the thing is, you've got loads of sports-based things in the US, in the UK, in Europe, that could give you ideas around how scoring mechanics works. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm going to throw this out, a 1-year Incursions points table where the winning server with the most amount of wins and the least losses and get 3 points for win, 1 point for a draw, 0 points for a loss into winning a major thing, and give them one of those silver plaques or gold plaques to members of the server or whatever, and make it a really worldwide, competitive, exciting thing. And you're not changing anything. Minor tweaks, which make the difference. Quasel, any ideas you'd like to throw here?
I mean, I'd love anything that adds various scores of points.
Yes.
Like, we have had great suggestions. Like, I like the amalgam kill points. I like having maybe even Armadas thrown in, or maybe a hostile count.
Yeah.
There's so many scoring metrics they could use. So why exclude them? Just have different metrics every time. I don't know. So people that like Armadas can have it, please, on the same server. Or maybe there's a hostile kill count on the same server. Yeah. Or maybe there's a resources mined. Like Incursions, it's difficult, it's tricky, but you can go out and mine. Maybe it pays off, maybe not. Defend your miner. Plenty of options they have to choose from if they find a way to kind of balance the points for them. Because the main issue currently is that the ratio between rating and the other stuff is just off.
Yeah, it is.
Because resources have gotten so high numbers.
Yeah, but also Jeff Games has come up with an idea. I'll let you jump in a second, Chris. Jeff Games got an amazing idea. He says, new Incursion idea, a scopely made base with certain amount of RS on it that pops up in random systems at random times to be raided. Both servers have to fight for control over it and raid it, and you get lots of RS. But the thing is, we've gone beyond the simple change to something ludicrously big, which is fine. But, incremental changes rather than a major thing to do there. RSDJ, thanks for lurking. By the way, congratulations, RSDJ, for reaching affiliate, by the way. Very, very good good thing for him as well. Follow him. He's doing quite well. But that's an important thing to add in there. Chris Pike.
So I love all of these. I love the fact that we're getting creative.
Yes.
I'm sorry that, but I'm also a pragmatist and a realist.
Yes.
And major changes to the code is difficult for Scopely to really potentially, one, implement, and two, if we don't all feel that it's going a certain, the way we'd like, it's a lot of effort for no gain for them. So I have to agree with simple changes.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking the XO, because it's like, okay, well, you just code a thing and then you can pull the XO if, Incursion still stays intact by just coding, things like that. It's simple. It's more simplistic because it's points driven or it's a modifier driven. So I don't want to take this is definitely a Sojam idea that me and him have passed back and forth when we've had dialogue about what happened with rating during Incursions. Maybe the whole scoring mechanism should be in the buckets, right? You do have, technically, from an SMS perspective, certain things were there, like the PvP, there's obviously alliance research. There's a variety of different things that are in Incursions on top of who's winning, server versus server.
Yeah.
But why not do like a balanced thing? So maybe the scoring is really based on both PvP, rating, mining, armadas, and you get all of those things in there, and you either, and Sojam's idea was to keep it all level set, and I don't know if that's the right way, or you code it up so certain things have a multiplier based on what they think's most important to drive their revenue and participation. But if you put all of those things in there, it is now something for everyone. Again, I keep going back to participation and engagement. The more participation, engaging that they can make it, the more there is for everyone to do something. Because again, some people aren't, don't have the PvP ships, but maybe they could do PvE and they're just trying to, avoid getting killed.
Yeah,
maybe that's the challenge that day.
Well,
or maybe like the mining, like you said, or maybe it's the armadas. Blah blah blah. Right?
Yeah, let's see what that. No, I agree with that. The one thing is, Simon says, here's a scary suggestion: during Incursions, the invading server can claim territories. Actually, that is a flaw that's happened previously. Sojam, I'm going to give it to Sniper because you've been waiting a bit. Sniper, go ahead, buddy.
Oh yeah, no, I'll try to be quick because I think that whichever ideas we come up with, I think the Incursions, the way they are, that they set back, should be the baseline, right? And we're talking about like minor changes. I think those changes, whether it's changing scoring or changing other things, should be made based on the Incursions. And I think that the two or three major areas that we can kind of roughly put the things in a bucket are better rewards, more engagement, and I think that's a lot of what people are talking about with rating being boring, or even Incursions being boring previously. I mean, the Armada-based Incursions were really boring, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
way more boring than the others. But the boring aspect of Incursions now is somewhat due to lack of like event design and other things that are leading to more engagement, right? Like for instance, a little simple thing like the uh, planet. I mean, the system that you're in doesn't correctly light up on the servers,
that's true.
right?
Yeah.
Or lights up like way after something has happened. So you spend a bunch of time trying to find where a raid is happening, or you spend a bunch of time trying to find an open base. So there's certain little tweaks and little changes that can be made to significantly enhance even the rating style of Incursions. So I don't think they need to make a drastic change to even address a lot of the feedback here. There's little tweaks and things that don't require a huge amount of coding that can be done that can actually fix this. And so if Scope is serious about, wanting to improve Incursions, they should definitely take some of these ideas and try and incorporate them in without like fundamentally changing everything.
Yeah, exactly. Lum, thanks for the one single bit of cheering, which is, it's not even a woohoo, it's a ooh to Sniper for doing something really great. Dark Tree Gaming, right, also another great STFC streamer, says at Ops 50, he says, and a free-to-play, I need all the RS I can get my hands on. So that's what we forget. We forget the free-to-play who desperately need all the resources required to do that. And Redlentless says, Incursion leaderboards already have Incursions meta. Each server LB win could contribute to the meta equally. No major changes, no coding commitment. Another great idea where Retro Fury and CJ Becker are both speaking. And Retro Fury says the fact that some of these rewards, like exocomps, are only available during Incursions is also underwhelming. While CJ Becker says I'd have more time if I don't spend 45 minutes claiming on my chess. The whole risk versus reward thing that Moog says is really important to and is a great idea when it comes to the amalgam suggestion. And then Brian Racer brings up a very good point, which I think Sniper did in before we go to Sojum, is why don't you improve the Incursion store? Here's my idea before Sojum jumps in. Right, I'm going to throw this out there. You know how we have... Oh my God, Lum, you subscribed? Oh my God, amazing. One thing we can do that. You know how we got the loot exos? What if those loot exos worked on resources and gave you that much percentage of Sigma out of the base? Just going to throw it out there. Minor tweak. And then it gives you more resources, more pulls, and more things, so that it forces people to lose a loot exos, and that'll be amazing for that. Yes, FlexRex, I've got to say, I did back day today. I hate back day, but the deadlift was good, buddy. The deadlift's good. We're getting there. Jay Burke says, what if instead of speed ups, we got a 1 week loot exo? Another great idea. It's little things like that, which you're tweaking something already in there, or adding an exo in there. You have great exos in Incursions. Why do people chase Incursions? Let me tell you. And you can remove these and people will just get mad. But I'm telling you, people love the loot exo. Like with 30 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go, before the end of Incursions, everyone pushes the button for the loot exo. And that would suddenly open the world for them to go and do the things. Now, what if that loot exo has a bit more meaning to it and will do loads of stuff? Or the winning server gets a loot exo for the week, like is being suggested. Domo says, instead of raiding player bases, they can have an NPC star base in a system that gives points by looting it. They can go back to attackers for defenders events with such mechanics. True, but Simon says that he enjoyed the previous Incursions because it seemed like it worked for their servers, where that people were actually fighting each other in armadas. It didn't work for my server personally. I mean, it was boring. Well, I was like, where are these ships that I can kill? And chasing around all the Klingon space. But putting us in one space would make a huge difference. Simon says, continue to say, unfortunately, with the new banding, there is much less overlap for level regions to assess each other. Sure, I could crack a 55 for Dark Tree Gaming, but if a swarm of 50 wants to 54 show up, I can't help defend him. But I think that makes it interesting, Simon says. It means that one person can't dominate Incursions. It means that you have to get an alliance of various levels to help. And that, I think, is an interesting thing. Your alliance becomes more balanced and more useful. You may have to improve the PvP of someone that is a little bit lower and saying to me, look, you up 60s, you need to get, your butt into gear because we need you guys to do this, because we need you to be fighting for these people. Before Sojum jumps in, Cruzito says, it is telling that even before this last run, most servers have yet to cross 50% participation. So if that's what they need to look at, my guess this is because the vast super majority could care less about PvP. So they need to do more things like loot exos, extra points for doing PvE stuff. Yes, your community is pretty heavily engaged, but if only half the player base does anything Incursions, that is an issue. And CJ Becker saying we are so bad, it's been a running joke on their one. Beachwell, you always have a quick point. Jump in and I'll go to Sojum.
I just want to say I agree on the participation. We average about 35% on our server.
Yeah.
And as far as the Armada thing, I will tell you my alliance will never even bother because we don't even find that exciting. Yeah. It was boring, and we had less participation with that nonsense than we do with the original.
Yeah, but I agree. But there are some servers that enjoyed it, so it's just so we have both views, which is fair enough. I'm telling you, I'm the same as you. So Jim, sorry, buddy, go ahead.
Oh, good. So it's all about, we're all wanting to find ways for the engagement.
Yeah.
So you trying to pigeonhole it into one thing, like you try to pigeonhole it into rating, that isn't going to work.
Yeah.
You try to pigeonhole it into armadas, that isn't going to work.
Yeah.
And I guess the word that I couldn't find that was mentioned, I think Beach Whale, a meta.
Yes.
Doing it as a meta. It wouldn't be any coding change. It wouldn't alienate, or it wouldn't keep anybody from being able to participate. So what if you don't want to do PvP? You don't have to. Go run some armadas. You don't want to do armadas? Go do some upgrades for the weekend auction or Paragon or whatever is going on.
Yeah.
Doing it as a meta to where no matter what you're doing, as long as you're engaging, is helping your server with the win. You're all engaging.
Yes.
Then you don't have any of this. Oh well, Incursions coming up tomorrow. I guess I'm going to shield for the next 12 hours or 24 hours. I'll see you guys on Sunday. You don't have that. They can still go in. I mean, keep a shield up. Still go in. Do what you got to do. Maybe some restrictive if there was hunting, but it's not just completely knocking you out.
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing, you're scoring for one of the several different events that all score to the meta.
Yeah.
I mean, there's.
Go on.
Oh.
No, go on. Go on.
It's kind of an elaboration, and I guess how to Pike put it, kind of the, I guess, closing of what we were talking about privately.
Yes, but it's good because there are a couple of opinions here. There's another G5, right? Callum Ested says he agrees 100% with Darktree. Before G5, one could load up on the next generation level before upsing. I think that makes G6 harder than it needs to be because you've got to be G6 to even start G6 RS sort of rating. Maflat, who's in my server and a great guy as well, it always says the big problem is what's good value for an Ops 40 is different than a 50, 60, and 70. Scopely will never keep everyone happy. Last one was brutal. Did solo armadas for hours, no interaction with friends in the game. For me, anything's better than that. And the key word, and I think Sojin managed to bring it up as well, is interaction with your community. People enjoy the, have you found a base? Oh, mate, fantastic at finding that base. Let's go raid that. Okay, hey, Nigel, can you help us open this base? You're like, yeah, okay, I'm going to use my might on this one. Then all the little ones are like around it going, can we get some RS? That is the fun part of Incursions. You miss the community aspect of it, which is a very, very big thing. And I think people enjoyed having those conversations. But when how many times I've read it, because I went through a lot of the chat during Incursions, and I saw a lot of people saying, has anyone seen the chat so quiet for so long? Because Incursions usually a chat and banter and people throwing, little hissies at each other and everyone's battling, and we miss a lot of those fantastic things that people are missing through.
Yeah.
And that is important. Do you not agree, Quasel? Before Chris Pike and Ab.
Yes, in part, but imagine Armada scoring would have worked, so we would have seen what's going on. Because on our server, we went hunting, and there was communication. But because that's our server wants to win, or the Alliance wants to win.
Yeah.
So I think it needs to be, and there have been so many great suggestions here, and I bet if you opened it up to a variety that goes for PvE and PvP players,
yes,
you get more participation, add a little bit of a better rewards on it, and sprinkle it overall, and they get what they want.
Exactly, and this is the key. Remember when I told you the loot exo works, right? Here's another curveball. What if during the 12 hours of Incursions, the loot to every loop trebles? But you have to do it during Incursions. That's for your PvE. That would suddenly make everyone participate, and PvP points are high. So the decision is, do I go and gamble to get 3 times the loot I've ever received in my life? Simple change, just during the 12 hours only, right? You can put it as a hidden exo that initiates for every player. Triple the loot for every single loop ever in the game. Now, do you decide to PvE? And that includes mining. So triple speed mining, triple speed everything, triple speed all of it, right? That might scare them saying the economy might get that. But what I'm doing is I'm giving you targets where you've got to make decisions, big decisions on how you cope. Simple things like this participation goes, okay, guys, I'm going to go and do the Academy drone. Can someone watch me in the token space and help me out? And they'll be like, cool, I'll come and defend you. You go do this because you need a lot of that. It helps people. And it's a simple change. All you're doing is you're making Incursions for PvE and for PvP incredibly huge. And that would be such a big thing. And then Crisito's about to slap me across the face because he comes in and goes, Nigel, you're an idiot. He says the players will do things only when it pays them. So you need to look at the rewards right now. The difference between a win and lose outside of Pride is negligible. There's no downside to losing. However, there's a huge to my idea. So I hopefully that's not because my idea was there. They can't even get the loot exo to work on all existing currency. They never figured out the triple. No, but Brian Racer, you just put a 500% loot, whatever. And it initiates behind the scenes secretly. They have the exo technology. It's a really simple thing. It makes PvE and you have choices. Then you go, ooh, do I run the Armada? Do I do the PvE? And then throw loads of events in. Armada event. Yep. Academy
Put
drone event.
Out.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. Sorry, Beach Will.
I just, before I forget, I wanted to go back to one thing that got brought up earlier about not knowing if you're hitting what server the base belongs to. That is inaccurate. Every player in the game has a GUID that has their server attached to it. So it's an easy code because there's already a way in the game to differentiate what server you belong to. Otherwise, everybody would get stuck when Incursions ends.
Yeah, exactly. No, agreed. But better rewards get people engaged. Chris Pike.
Yeah, so again, loving the energy, loving the ideas. My thought was, so I know major coding. I feel major coding would be a detractor for Scopely. Yep. All of these simple ideas really just tweak scoring, exos. Supposedly they did all kinds of work to fix the exos so they're active all the time. I get maybe some math is broken still in some areas, but it is what it is. But maybe another way of engaging too is sort of like a mission. So we have to go from here to there to here to there and to participate. And at the end, the more players you get, because the whole concept of like a star base, for instance, or bases that they provide that we'd have to hit, the lag sets in and then everybody gets frustrated and that's just that's a tweaking error that's not going to. But if we had to like move from spot to spot to spot and we have to do it in a unity way, so the whole alliance is trying to score. So in order to score, you need to go and finish this mission. So you got to go here first, kill a bunch of things, go there next, run a couple of armadas, go and do this, which is, I don't know, some other thing. And the whole time you're potentially under threat from the other server stopping you. But again, because of that banding, you're now a little more protected. You're not, a 50 might be able to squeeze through if you've got just a bunch of 70s standing there and they can't hit him, right, or her, right? So I'm just thinking, if there's like a way to kind of literally set up the PvE and the armadas and kind of create it like a tasking situation, and the more people that finish the tasks, the more likely your server wins. So everybody's trying to work together to finish the task together, almost like a server ALB, right? But each of us are, and maybe that is what it is, but maybe that's too structured. But I'm just thinking that would be kind of a cool way to do it. So everybody's like, okay, we got to work together. Everybody, not just your alliance, but the alliances that that maybe you're friendly or not friendly with in the past, right? Everybody's trying to help everybody get the tasks done.
You will punch
that would be just a really cool thing to just increase engagement.
Yeah, true. One of the things that Sniper has brought up as well, which is a great 5-point plan or 6-point plan, that says increase rewards for both winning, desperately needed. SMSs add loot exo for 72 hours as reward for winning. Fix issues like lag and blinking system. Blinking systems, I think, is the key. Increase scoring for PvP. Massive points, for blowing up a miner. Add points for non-PvPers, blowing up hostiles, armadas, doing mining. There's so many things. And as well as add Sigma rating if that's something they can do. But, simple changes make things more interesting. And I think enticing the PvE players to come out so that they have to score because it benefits them in getting major amount of loot. One simple change which is just that there is a triple bonus or 5 times bonus or double bonus even for basically doing your PvE stuff during the incursions. It may make you want to gamble, and then your alliance is going, don't gamble, it's not worth it. Or, okay, go and do that because it'll get you the resources you need. And that could be quite an exciting thing. Abs, anything you'd like to jump in, buddy? By the way, Abs is started to stream, so let's make sure we do follow him. Yeah, and he'll start doing that. I do.
Thanks, Nigel.
Yeah.
Not doing too bad. I like a lot of the comments, like people have here. I do agree that there is certain boring parts that whatever incursions there are.
Yes.
And I personally don't enjoy the looking for bases.
Oh.
However, when you do find one, you're elated that you found it, right?
Yes.
Raiding a base kind of takes me back to those early days. I was heavily into raiding. I remember going with my envoys and doing a convoy of envoys, right?
Yeah.
Those were the days. Anyways, kind of a scoring thing. If they wanted to incentivize more the lower level players and get more value out of those, is to give a graduated scoring based on what generation you're in.
Yes.
So a G3 player doing raiding is going to be pulling and looking at getting small numbers from a base, really.
Yeah.
And so you score more points for those players so that you're actually integrating and supporting more of the server with that.
Yeah, true.
I like also with the survey, if you're trying to stop the raid, that you get points for blowing up an amalgam, or the G6 surveys, which can also have a similar function.
Yeah, exactly. I think those little changes, hopefully, scoring changes, just balance out what is already working in that sort of sense. Panda Pirates come up with an outrageous suggestion. Panda Pirate says, Incursion needs a special 1-month cosmic titles for Incursion event winners. After 30 days, these titles expire in time for the next Incursions. I mean, I remember that wasn't there like a winner's like avatar or something? Wasn't there? I remember like a winner's avatar if you won it, or like top whatever. I think there was something like that.
Something.
I agree, there should be some bragging rights involved for sure. Like, I mean, competition is fun, as long as it's friendly. So yeah, some way to do that I'm not opposed to it. So I also know that, like, when you used to win, you'd get a week's worth of bonus research, right?
Yes.
That EXO turns on as the winner. What if it was a week's worth of all the valuable ones that we were just talked about, loot or whatever, and you got to select? Because the challenge obviously always was that, well, then it would lock in, right? And then if you went to change, if you wanted to one of your other, one of your other EXOs, it would cancel that out, and then you'd be out of luck for that 1 week.
Yeah.
It would be cool if it was like a week of loot, maybe, or you could pick, like, so okay, you guys won, so your choices are 1, 2, 3, right? And you got to pick what out of the 3 or something.
Yeah.
And so that's got for the week.
Yeah, which is really good.
And that would really give you a reason to, like, okay, this is why we want to put some effort in, because I really need my research boosted, or I really need my loot boosted, or maybe it's construction speed, whatever.
Sammy Stitch just says a week of double sigma. Yeah, right. I don't think we'd ever get that. Sandra says the title would be Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. Sandra, you're not a child. You're not a child. That is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. But sure, that could be amazing. Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. Yes, Beach will. Beach?
I was just gonna say yes. There was a avatars for first, second, and third for damage done, and there might have been avatars for rating as well.
Yeah, I remember there was something, and now it doesn't.
There was a frame.
Yeah, frame.
There's a frame for that.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I mean it's whatever. However, for now that we've seen that the G5s and G4s just want to open it up, the G6s. This is where Netniv says, "Oh, I don't play this." So I'm going to try again. We're going to find something that Netniv plays. Netniv.
Yes.
Your thoughts on Incursions? Oh, I don't play
Incursions. My thoughts on Incursions are that I know plenty of people in my alliance love the idea of raiding, etc. On our server, we have a dedicated Incursion Discord server purely for putting out bases that need to be emptied before you restart. And there is a lot of community involvement in that before we even get to Incursions. So having it disappear it made it very quiet last month, and it was very bizarre because there was none of that. There wasn't, oh, we need to make sure this space is empty, we need to do this, we need to do that, because, well, there wasn't any point. And that's how a lot of people felt over it.
That's true.
It was gone. So I think I'm glad that's back.
Yes.
Can there be balances to the scoring? Yes, I do think there is. I certainly like some of the ideas. How well all of that will work together? Well, that's where they're going to have to do things and try them out. I think if we're not afraid of them testing things, but equally, I think we need to be. I don't want to say this too badly, but I think we need to be less critical when they're trying things to try and improve things for us. And then we go, oh, God, that's all shit. Rather than just giving constructive feedback. Because sometimes I feel the pitchforks come out because they tried something.
Yes.
It didn't work. We know it didn't work. None of us liked it. So they got that feedback and they've changed it back. But constructive feedback in that sense would be better, I think.
Well, before MJ Hat comes up with his suggestion, Velvet Thunder says every single suggestion has so far been brought up multiple times on other content creators. I would challenge you that my idea was brought up. I would challenge that idea in any way, because I've shocked everybody by one single change. Incursions, I believe, would make it interesting. Listening to loads of people, which is what I do, and taking notes loads of times that I do. The one thing that popped into my head was to get everyone to do one thing. And what's the easiest thing to change? They put a behind-the-scenes exo that triggers automatically that creates that moment in 12 hours where everyone goes, oh, yeah, I'm going to go do all my, I'm going to do all my Borg solos because I'll get more. Oh my God, I'm going to do my Academy drones. And then everyone's going to chase you in those spots. And because there's a defending and raiding an invader element to it, you can make it in one side, right? And make it much more exciting. But that is one of those things that get brought up. Before MJ Hat jumps on, you have a great point outside of the tree. Come fight with your team. What exactly does Scopely expect Incursions to be? We'd never heard it. This is from Casito, and we've given all these good ideas, but they've not made changes with no reason. So that's why they want. So that's what they want, hopefully, from Incursions, as he says to me. MJ Hat, your thoughts as a G6 on this?
Honestly, I think everybody here knows I'm not really a PvP guy.
What?
That being said,
what?
Hold on, hear me out.
Okay.
That being said, Incursions is the one time that I actually do attempt to go out and try to kill people. I don't play arenas. This Incursions was my PvP source, my fix, if you will. For me though, just like you said, it's more about the extra loot. Because there's so many different things in the game that we have to do, right? It feels to me like if there were changes to be made to that mechanic, I think it would have been more of an uproar. But I'm excited because again, I wasn't getting that PvP fix.
Yeah.
Now we're back on. So for a couple hours at least, I'll be trying to hunt Jules Verne tomorrow. Or next week, I mean. So.
Oh, nice.
I'm excited.
Well, yeah, hopefully. Yeah, but Jules doesn't know how to PvP. Yeah, you heard me, Jules. Yeah, you heard me. You don't know how to PvP, mate. Come on.
You can say hi to him from me, Jules, MJ.
Yeah.
Give him a few taps from me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Nerves of Steel, and he does have Nerves of Steel. Ops72 says, yes, 100% constructive and positive atmosphere is necessary to get or people get frustrated and quit. We are here to have fun, which is what I encourage always. Crisito agrees with MJ Hat. Finally, Crisito has agreed with somebody. Is right. They have to give better rewards that affect progression, as that's what mostly what players care about. Indominus Prime throws a massive highlight on this. It's a great idea. It gives great rewards, but they come with real risk of getting PvP'd. I really hope and listen to your suggestion. That's very kind of you. If it helps you guys get it in, it didn't come from me. If it doesn't, if you don't care eitherwise, then it came from me. But that's my suggestion anyway, is after listening to loads of players, for the past few months and putting all the notes together for what they're looking for, this is the best idea I had in my head, which would generally get a lot of players engaged, which would force the participation to a level you've never seen before, because that's your 12 hours where You'd even take a holiday just to get the stuff to do that. Indrik says, a very simple change is increase the amount of incursion coins given at the end and add sizable amount of resources materials that players can exchange it for. That's the key. The key is the store needs to improve, Indrik, which is what you're saying. Velvet Thunder says, a massive loot exo that affects every loop would be too impactful in the economy. Scopely considers 2 GS31s detrimental. Yeah, but I'm telling you, does it affect the economy? Or the winner gets the spoils? If you're tactical enough and you're clever enough, you'd suddenly do that. Or even double exo. Whatever. 100% exo. That loot exists anyway. Why don't you give it for 12 hours and make it really exciting? And that would be something that's really huge. Callum instead said, Arena has been better than Incursions for PvP. Maybe try it. The loots are better too. Callum instead, I do agree with you. I played Arenas last couple of weeks. I've actually enjoyed both of them. I've taken a few losses, but I've taken a few wins, but it's been fun. And it's very interesting to sort of put those things and put them together. Panda Pirate says the winning exocomp should be building material RS efficiency 400%. 4,000%, you mean, Panda, because then if they knock it down, it'll be 400%. That would get some mega participation. Yes, exactly. And I think it's one of those things to do so. But, you know, the person has been questioning everything in the history of mankind, has made it on the stage. Cruzito, you're finally brave enough. Get on this stage. Let us know, buddy.
So I think the one thing, right, that everybody's concerned about is any changes that we want is going to be the risk and the cost for getting code changes, right? I think that's the biggest thing. At the same time, I think to get the engagement number, and you heard MJ, right? And I've kind of pushed it out there as well. I don't mind incursions. I like, incursions. I hate raiding. I mean, I'll be honest, right? I mean, I'll go crack a base and then roll out and hang out for defense.
Yes.
But at the same time, if I'm going to be spending Sigma, Trit to go bang blue ships, yeah, that's kind of fun. But if my server ends up losing by 20 quadrillion because of whatever it is, why would I go engage in that, right? Instead, what I'll do is go pop a loot exo, go out and grind rep, or go do those things. Those are the kind of things when we're talking rewards, right? Exos, efficiencies, those kind of things that help the progression, because players are going to be spending a lot of valuable resources to go and engage in this content. And I think Scopely heavily puts this price, if you will, or this idea of like, oh, well, people are just going to want to go and play just to play. And you know what? That's true for some players.
Some players, yeah.
But at the end of the day, players are playing because they get a reward. And I think that's the part that Scopely misses, right? It's not just like, hey, let's just go play for funsies.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just not this community, right? Let's be honest and transparent. Players are playing in things in order to get rewards so that they can progress, not necessarily just to go have fun.
Yeah, and that's true. And hopefully, some of the ideas here would come through. Yes, Chris Pike.
Yeah, so I was just thinking that if they did do things like you were suggesting, Nigel, we'd have players that are going, darn it, why is it only 12 hours? I'm locked out. I can only work in the evening, or whatever it's going to be. Yeah, that will be the complaint that, well, I really need to now dedicate those 12 hours to that. But I, again, that would be a good problem to have, right? Where people are going, darn it, I missed the event. I really wanted to participate. Boy, wouldn't that be a switch up of things, especially as of late, where people are like, I really want to do this.
Yes.
I really want to participate. That's the mentality for every arc, for every event that Scopely should be targeting. Really, that's really the truth.
Yeah, 100%, and you're absolutely right with that. So hopefully, one tiny change on the next Incursions, not obviously one Saturday, so obviously they've locked it down to wherever they're doing. It would be amazing to make a difference. Lum brings up another point, says, I go bang my ships around. If repairs didn't cost the same thing, I needed to upgrade them. EE11EE11E says, I'm glad they brought back the original Incursions. While they sort out something different, I would love to see something like a capture the flag type of Incursions. I've heard others talk about it, but it could be quite fun. Maybe players getting extra points for defending and all that. Obviously, great idea, but that requires a monster change. And what we're trying to suggest is minor incremental changes that allow these things to happen. Indominus Prime says, well, I think it's obvious that we will complain no matter what they do, LOL. We are big complainers. I say this while recognizing that I'm a big complainer myself, which is agreed. Well, I don't think you are. I think you understand what hurts, and, you know, and sometimes people do that. And Ramscoop also says to me, and I agree with you, minor changes won't fix Incursions. All I'm saying, Ramscoop, is minor changes just to kind of see what people like. And maybe you do a trial event once a month where you go, hey guys, we want to trial an idea event for 12 hours, right? Here we go. You know, the rewards are impressive. Go ahead and do it. But at the end of the day, a lot of people brought up the main aspect of all this. That you need to give us great rewards for us to engage. So if you don't see us participate, it's because, you know, I look at something and saying, I'm going to material spend for what? 5 shards of an officer. Nah, I'm all right, thanks. And that's important. Tech One says PvP he doesn't like in the game. Most battles are predetermined by things like specific crews and who shoots first. There's always been maybe whales beat the aspect. All I ever get told is I need to upgrade my count to compete, but that's not easy to do it as people understand. Agreed. Being told by some of the whales to upgrade to compete with them is rather offensive, as not everyone's available class. Yes, exactly. I don't think you need to. There's tactical ways to win. I think there is more crewjitsu than you think is available, and that'll be amazing. Nerves of Steel says a trial event would be fun. Yeah, maybe do a trial weekend. Hey guys, we're gonna try this thing. It may not work. It's in beta testing, and call it a beta test. Here we go. Have fun for the day. Everyone gets a comp chest, which is this. And just let people play. It's like, oh, wow, that's fun. I'll go and do that. They also need to change the server pairings to make matchups more challenging, with win-loss records should be taken into account and pair accordingly, Graham Pike says. And that is also important. Ramscoop says the rewards alone have been an issue and an easy fix for 5 years, and he doesn't believe that they did them. I kind of agree. I think that the rewards are getting worse rather than better. Why do you want people to spend 276 million in material spend to get 5 shards of the Academy Doctor, which I've still far away from. I'm kidding. Luna says she likes that idea. Luna, I did see you put a very good idea earlier. Requiring armadas on the opposite server meant everyone was on the other server and couldn't find PvP. If they forced everyone on the same server as defenders and invaders, they could have forced more interactions. Whether the servers could handle it would be another thing in my head. Divine says G7 is like this, all boring. But what if G7 had server versus server territory capture seasons? To be honest with you, Divine, you know, there are people, Flossie will tell you, that, Flossie, that person was attacking me, by the way, I'll give you the story on that, that there are rogue people that play in the Vale, and it's tough, and you're going to the Wild West, and someone was quoting me Row, and I'm like, why are you quoting me Row? Yeah, well, I hit you at your OC, but you came back on revenge. There's no Row, mate. You took me out, and I took you back. Do you know what I mean? Like, you won way more than me, but I caught you. And he says, no, I'm going to hit all your mining ships. And then that's it. And you're like, what? So you're allowed to hit me because I'm OPC, and I've left it OPC, but I'm not allowed to retaliate on your one PvP ship, and I haven't taken out your miner. And then he quotes Row for me. And I'm like, what is he, a Captain Chris Pike? He sounds like a Captain Chris Pike to me. You have too many Row rules, Chris Pike. Tell me.
That's funny you should say that, because I actually don't agree with Row at all. But hey, well, I was thinking, you know, maybe because again, Arenas is really focused to Fridays, and again, I guess it's been running it's gotten better, right?
Yes.
In terms of, you know, because they've had their moments, obviously, as they've been working on the code, where a few weekends back, it's been better or worse, right? So. Yeah. But it would be kind of a cool idea to just be able to call somebody out and just call a challenge and be like, hey, and we go to a system, and that's where you go and you duke it out and you see who wins, and you get a score for that or some kind of bonus for that. And I don't know if that would be during incursions, like, you know, or not, but it would be kind of cool just to be able to, you know, mix it up if that's what you were into. And not impact everybody else that's kind of playing the game. Like maybe you put it in like an arena, like, okay, well, we go to we go into that arena system and we duke it out, just you and me, and we Or maybe you do arenas during incursions and you do it like in pairs or or threes, and you go in and say, okay, let's us three, we're going to challenge you three, and let's see who and you get the capture the flag system inside of that, separated from the server, so that it's not maybe lagging out like it would with everyone else. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Because I think the big challenge that some of this is they keep trying to run these things. So even incursions is spotted out, right? So EMEA's is not the same as the US, right? The timing is different, right? So that the server load can manage.
Yeah.
But maybe arenas needs to be done similar, in a similar fashion, where it's not everybody's doing it at the same time, and so the question of the burden on the servers isn't so drastic.
Well, the way they do it anyway is the EU, the US, and APAC are all different times anyway for arenas. But the arenas are being very, very good. It's they are getting better. I have enjoyed them recently, and it's something that sort of look forward to. El Stozio says, "What's with the spike of folks mining in the Vale with squalls?" I haven't seen one, but if it happens in yours, let's shoot them down. Calmisted said, "Arena's been doing well for sure. A crossover and repair cost thing similar in opinion would help a ton of incursions." But let me tell you why. Yes, I know your plan. Yes.
As soon as the match
rings. Yeah, you'll be ding ding ding. Yeah, and you're going to hit people in the groin.
Corey straight in the groin.
But the key thing is, do you know why there's repairs in incursions? It's the making a decision whether you're going to send that ship out, and if it loses, you're going to repair it, and then you can beat that ship to the point where they decide not to bring it out. So it gives it something else. It's really important to sort of do so. Crisito, yes, go ahead.
Well, and Nigel, that goes back to what a lot of us have been talking about, right? And it's the age-old question as to, especially with the larger players, right? If you're a little player, the trite isn't as big of an issue.
Yes.
But nowadays, who's going to go and send out their, I know we talked about Evo coming back, right? All right, Evo goes out and he actually loses that, right? Or a bunch of people gang up and kill a ship. Okay, great.
Yeah.
It's going to be, when we get the trickle of what we get from the Sigma events or whatever it is.
Yes.
I mean, that's the one thing, right? Players aren't going to go and buy packs just to repair it so they can go do incursions.
Yeah.
What made incursions great up until G6
yes.
was the fact that we were all on the same economy, all on the same material. So going and raiding somebody could affect whether you did repairs or whatnot, right? It wasn't really the speed ups. It was as much as the resources.
Yes.
That has now shifted with the advent of Sigma.
Yes.
So a lot of the uppers are saying, look, I don't mind going and cracking a base and I'll go and defend, right? There are players that want to do that. But to get, oh, look, I got an avatar. Great. I just spent, 100 million, Sigma trit to repair a ship during that 12 hours. Like, whoop-de-doo, right? I mean, I think that's the one thing. And again, Scopely misses the mark. And I can't say this enough.
Yeah.
Players, unfortunately, are going to play for something that's rewarding. And just quote unquote having fun or doing that is not enough nowadays within the economy of the game to go and play those kind of events, right? That's just not the reality. It's too dang expensive to try to even go back to that style.
Yeah. Beachwell.
Well, again,
sorry.
I was just going to say, that's a great point about the repairs, and I would love to see them implement the same thing as that's in arenas, is that repairs are free.
Yeah, or Aries says
incursions.
Yeah, Aries says free. Free Sigma trait.
I think that the challenge with that is that again, all events are also have to be balanced. And I'm going to be the bad guy here.
No.
I know that, but all of the events do have to have some benefit to Scopely as well, and there needs to be some way that Scopely has a way of making money. I'm not saying that we're all going to pour money into it, but what Incursions was helpful for in the past was raiding, and so people would lose resources, and they would have to either buy them up again, or earn them up again, or take them from somebody else, and then somebody else would have to buy them up, and then there would be there's the whole beat up mentality, right? Okay, well, if you're gonna, I got to keep up with the Joneses, because if I don't, then that that guy's just going to beat my base, or that guy's going to beat my ships.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to say guy. I mean person. Sorry,
person. Yeah.
The person. So that's that's definitely something that's still that needs to be there. And again, the concept of either making the store more beneficial with rewards that are beneficial, that's one way of doing it. My thought of the EXO and making the Sigma rateable, or more rateable, I should say, more directly rateable, so you could go past the traditional RSS. If you're a G6 player, maybe you need the G6 miner. I know that would negate out the G5 players or the G4 players that maybe like, oh, I want to get there, but you have your space, right? So you have to give everybody their little space to be able to participate. And if you did that, again, I think that really makes it interesting. I don't know any G7 player that isn't going even so that's the highest echelon, right? That isn't going more. I need more stuff, right? There's not one of us that can't agree. We need more of.
Yes.
Question mark. What that is for you is different, but that's the case with every single one of us.
Yeah.
So it's really about making those rewards that question mark for everybody, and making it tiered, or I think Beach Whales used this term before, making it I'm forgetting the term he used, but basically relevant to the player. So it's not a static reward. Potentially, it scales based on the type of player that you are, what level or ops, and your
dynamic
will be different.
Yeah,
dynamic. That was the word.
which is really good. Beach Whale, before we go to Sniper.
I just wanted to say one quick thing. I don't know a single player who's ever bought a pack of Sigma Trit during Incursions for repair. I know if I got to the point where I couldn't repair a ship, I'd be like, okay, I'm done for the day, because that is not something I would spend money on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel sorry for people that do.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Sniper.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad Beachville said that, because it segues nicely into what I was going to mention, which is, that I think they are looking at this not only on Incursions, but just on the game overall, as I can see, like as of lately. Like, not every, I've heard this from many people, like anytime everyone's like, oh, they should do this, they should do this, someone immediately jumps in, oh, but they got to make money, they got to make money, they got to make money.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're okay with them making money, but in order to make money, you don't have to directly charge for each and every aspect and each and everything you do in the game, right? If they make the game fun, they make the game playable, they'll make money. So Incursions is a perfect example. I know for myself, and I'm sure many other whales, dolphins, and PvPers will agree with this. Like, when I know an Incursion's coming up, especially if I know I'm going up against a server that might be tough and have a lot of PvPers or competition, I'm going to spend to beef up my ships, to beef up my base, to get my research, to do all that ahead of Incursions. Incursions is the end state, the fun part. Like, you don't need to make money during Incursions. You make money leading up to Incursions, just knowing Incursions is coming there.
Yes.
And I have, like, let's say a spend weekend ahead of Incursions, or one of those Incursion prep events.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend money so that when Incursion comes, I'm going to be able to blow up and keep up with the Joneses, right? I'm going to be able to, blow up their ships. That's where the money and Incursions comes from. You don't need to be like, oh, I'm going to drain people's Sigma Trit and repairs because they're going to buy, to Beach Whale's point, they're not going to buy a pack of Sigma to handle the repairs, right? But will absolutely buy, a ship pack or 5 or 10 to get my ship up a couple of tiers so I can be stronger for Incursions, right?
Yeah.
So I think that is the thing that Scopely is missing sometimes, is they're too concerned about each and every interaction making money versus creating a fun environment, fun game, fun event, so people want to spend money to, leading up to that event, right?
Yeah.
On progressing their account, on making their account better, right? That is the thing people want to spend money on, right? I know I have an event that's going to push my limits, so I'm okay with spending money on improving my account to prepare for that event.
Yeah. No, absolutely agree. Yes, Beach Whale.
I absolutely agree with everything Sniper said, and I just want to add in one thing I've been trying to hammer home for the last 9 months. even before I quit spending, I didn't need every single thing in the game to become monetized, because you know what? I could have kept spending my 5,000 to 10,000 a month, because there's tons of stuff I don't have done yet.
Yeah.
I don't have a single pro FT even complete yet.
Yeah.
I'm almost there after a year with the Pro Romulan Mines, but after spending $500 and only getting to like 35, I was like, I'm not spending on that anymore.
Yeah.
So it's going to cost me a stupid amount. But I had plenty to spend on already without the monetization change they've made, where they want every single player in the game to spend even more, because all they've done is just driven us away.
Yeah, but also one of the main aspects, and I've preached it as well for the last few months since the beginning of briefings, really, is you've got to play, and I get it. There is a section of the player base that they have to complete things. Is how they've always been taught to do so. But what if by not doing the thing you don't enjoy, and you only do the things you enjoy, you force the metrics to change? And I get it, Beach Whale, before you jump down my throat, I understand that there are players that have to complete everything. It's just how they've been designed. Every game is designed to be finished. Every game is designed to be done. But in this specific MMO, just if we all together just go, guys, girls, everyone, every person, why don't you just do the hostiles you can do, or do the armadas you can do, or do the event you can do, and if it requires a ridiculous amount to spend and you don't want to spend it, don't spend it. Do you know what I mean? Or do the game part that you enjoy. That's what I do. And I've taught my brain to go, okay, ignore that event, which is very hard to do. But if I see an event saying, ooh, there's a bit more Excelsior parts, yeah, I'm going to go for that. And that's how I've approached it at the moment. That's how I've encouraged my Alliance teammates to approach. Yes, Beach Whale.
The one thing there, until I quit spending, I was top 25. And even though I quit spending, I'm still in the top 100 in the game.
Yes.
There is a very small percentage, maybe the top 10 players, that will spend for every single thing in the game, maybe the top 15. So that argument that there's always completionists, so you have to have stuff for them to spend on, really is pretty useless when it comes to the entirety of the community.
Yeah, agreed. But it's something, just to kind of be clear, Beachwell, you preached, you said, I have to finish. But I'm glad you've decided to switch this way, and it shows that there is a change. Also, that change makes it very difficult for them to find something for you to engage in now, because it has to be rewarding. Indrik brings up a good point. I think the reason people are trying to do everything is they're trying to progress at all. When you're struggling for match resources, you try to do everything that isn't pay only. And Tech One brings up a good point, says there are far more events, SLBs and loops that I don't do than when I actually do and grind out and pay for. This is, very important for them to understand that, yeah, great, guys, thank you very much. You're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing the other. But you've got to make the rewards to be phenomenal for us to go, do you know what? I'll put $100 behind that because it's useful. Or, do you know what? I'm a free-to-play player and I'm going to spend forever grinding this thing because it's actually worth the rewards. The key thing, as Chris Pike has always told us, the rewards at the end are the critical things. And that is very important to sort of look at. Divine says, look at the Lat Rush SMS rewards or Upspace, but the ALB and SLB are just not relevant. Who needs G4, G5 materials and resources? While Maca Red Lobster, Maca Red Lobster, who earlier, I saw your message, Maca, and I was going to get to it. He says, Incursions for me is done after the first hour. It's just far too dull. Rewards are not worth the 12 hours of my time. Make the rewards, worthwhile, and then he will do them. Beachwell says, I'm not even doing events every day because they sent me where, he's not sure anymore about doing things. I'm only here because my alliance now, that's all continue to fall apart. More of thinking... I will tell you this, Beachwell. I have a weird feeling that I think with the U-turns they're doing, shall we call them U-turns, that they're doing on a couple of things, hopefully they learn and see the engagement. This is where I encourage people, let's engage in this Incursions to show them you listen to us. This is what happened. We all engage. Go, Chris Pike.
Well, they're listening. I'm not, I'm not on everybody's, all the content creators, but that's the few that certainly are here, but they're listening to us. And that's because the feedback is it is somewhat, things are unanimous on things. The AT was a miss. They heard it. Okay, they're like, oh boy, got to retool that.
Yeah.
Incursions. Okay, boom, they've set it back. Oh, I mean that wow, I've never seen them turn it around so fast. It's been great. So, we're like, that's great. And in fact, honestly, if they just left that alone, there were plenty of other things they could focus on. I mean, yes, there's some things that they could tweak, right? That we give them a variety of. And this is where I don't know. Maybe I'm confused at what maybe a player council could provide to Scopely, but that seems to be something that it could be like, here, riff off of these ideas. These are things that as players we would love some variety about, right? That would challenge us, or like I said, I mean, a concept of maybe Incursions isn't always the same, right? So because we keep facing similar servers, so maybe the scoring needs to change so that it becomes competitive again. I don't know, but I'll give them that they're listening. Finally, right? I mean, well, I don't say finally. They're listening and they're responding. Maybe again, it might be like the Titanic. So sometimes it takes some time to turn the ship, but in some cases they've turned it pretty fast. And so I think that's all great. On the when I apologize, I know maybe sometimes when I bring up that we all know that Scopely needs to make money. I wasn't trying to make it sound like every event needs to be that, and I agree with Crisito and with Beach that yes, really Incursions is about the run up to. In fact, that's why there's a bunch of events that run up to Incursions, and then there's some that run through it, and then at the end of it. So I think that all of that is relevant. The juice has to be worth the squeeze. It's a term my dad used to say, which is, and that's basically the rewards need to be worth the effort.
Absolutely.
And the more they kind of, the economy managers get that concept, the better off we are.
100%.
I completely agree that somebody who wants to spend 12 hours in the game grinding, all the power to you. I don't have that kind of time. I only can get on maybe a few hours during the week and then a lot more on the weekend. But that's, all the power to you if that's how you want to play the game. And I agree, you should be able to kind of like max out as much as you can do with that 12 hours if you want to spend doing it.
True.
So I want those free-to-play players to get those benefits if it's available, if it's possible.
Two things before Crisito jumps on. Ascendancy brings up a very good point. It's something I've been trying to say to people, and think about this sentence carefully. People who quit means you lose your voice and less noise. More noise from more people equals changes. If you're gonna leave, I get it, but we're stronger together. He makes a very good point there. I understand that some people have to walk away, but if this gets stronger, we have a better chance of trying to get more things in, and everyone in every official Discord or private Discord can all put their opinions in, and more players put opinions in, the more changes happen. Ferry, I'll give Ferry a huge kudos for this, did a phenomenal job every day hammering about Incursions, every day hammering about different things, pushing really hard, people agreeing with him, and he got this, he's hopefully one of the main reasons. I don't know, because I don't know what they look at, but it makes me feel like people like that have made, very significant things and very significant pushes to get things changed. Yes, Crisito.
Yeah, and I think, Nigel's one of the things when you talk Incursions, right? On their side, and it's not so much about making money, but it's the fact that they've got to make sure they're not spending their money, unwisely. And so every time, right, like Incursions wasn't necessarily broken for the most part, but it is interesting that they put a bunch of time and effort to go change it to the Armada format, only to turn around and go back to what it was, right? So that was just kind of money lost. And I think where the game is today, and I don't know, maybe I'm out on an island by myself here, I would rather them spend their time and effort improving on the things that matter, that make the game playable, if you will, instead of trying to change everything every time.
Yes.
Right? Like sometimes you just got to let it roll, right? Hey guys, you know what? We know Incursions isn't exactly great, but this is what it's going to be for a while, so we can focus on changing this other thing. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody that's there developing is working on one thing, right? I mean, you can split it out.
Yeah.
But they're constantly going and changing a bunch of stuff only to find out like, oops, we broke it. We went and messed with ATs. So for them to go out and try to nickel and dime every event, and I think who was that was saying, was that you, Beats, that was talking about it, where trying to nickel and dime every transaction to make a penny as you can, what they end up doing is they're spending $1 to turn around and try to make a penny, right? Where sometimes just leave it alone. You know what I mean? Like, we may not necessarily be happy, but you're actually spending more by trying to change something that ends up costing you more in the long run.
Yeah, true. One of the things before Ghost Pepper pops in and gives her point of view as well, we've had G2s and G3s who've said that we can't hit high enough, so they're worried about their incursion placement. We had G4s who said that they would like the PvP banding to be higher so that they can allow themselves to hit up 60s and be able to raid them. We've had G5s who have given various feedbacks on that it's really hard to get the resources for G6. And we've had G6s in the latter half say they struggle with the raiding aspect of it. Ghost Pepper, you're a G4. Incursions for you's returned to its original style. We've talked about a situation, which let me just summarize you. Loads of people come in with great feedback by having capture the flag style things, putting an EXO on that gives you raiding. There's loads of different stuff. And one of the suggestions that I came up with was to encourage everyone to participate for 12 hours during Incursions. The loot of every single loop in the game is triple. So it's up to you to gamble in those 12 hours whether you wish to do your PvE. That includes mining, triple speed mining, triple speed everything, triple loot on all the loops that you have. That makes you make a decision.
Oh, interesting.
That would suddenly make you go, do I go on PvE or not, or do I go PvP? I know I'm selling my idea a little bit more than others, but what are your thoughts and Incursions as a summary from a G4 perspective who runs quite a big alliance with loads of big players?
I do. And forgive me for repeating anything because I did come join your stream late. So,
okay.
So just trying to do a quick catch up here. One of the biggest issues I had before, so yes, they brought the rating back, right? Awesome. Cool. Yeah. I don't mind that. The problem now is the barrier, right? I can't hit anything over level 57.
Yes.
And so all those huge scoops that I was getting, all that RSS I was scoring, I can't be a part of. We can't do a massive swarm. We can't jump in. And I think that that's a real loss for any of the lower level players, that this was their opportunity, right? And so with your idea, though, if you're talking about triple loot, are you talking about triple loot?
Everything. Absolutely
no
everything. Including triple mining. It means that...
I think...
Yeah, go on.
I think that's another overcompensation. Because if you're looking at what we're getting, right?
Yes.
At each level, even if we triple it, it's still going to be triple in the same percentages that we already have, right? So it's not going to change the dynamic. It might get some more people involved, but you're not really changing the percentage of where now, again, it's back to being a whale game. This is now back to somebody's going to fail to put a shield up and only the whales are going to be able to score because we can't hit any of it. We can't be a part of it. And I think the triple part is going to just do the same thing. But it's not going to be helpful the way you're looking at it.
Yeah, triple in PvE stuff. So your Academy loop, your Armadas, your whatever. It's like having a loot EXO that is phenomenal, that basically improves your outposts.
So you're not looking at that applying to anything with PvP, nothing applying to raiding, just for...
Just PvE.
Okay, then if you're applying it to all, you're not helping.
So, Nigel...
If you triple it for everyone, you're just making... We're all going to do the same thing that we're going to do without it.
Yeah, true. Netniv.
What happened... But, see, I like the idea of triple the loot. Because we're not saying triple scoring points and we're not saying triple everything, because otherwise that's just basically the same thing as it was before. That's irrelevant. So we're just looking at triple the loot. But what happens if we go a step further from that and we bring in the territory style banding during incursions, because we already take shields away.
Yes.
So why don't we take the banding away?
Yeah, well, Crisito's brought it up,
Yes.
remove PvP banding for incursions, which is
Yes.
what the thing that we've realized now is the lower ops are now struggling to get the amount of resources because they can't go high enough for the scoop to be worthwhile.
Yep.
So that's the key.
We can't even, because we can't even hit them. We can't even be a part of it. And when you have the rating as part of the scoring, it's only going to matter when you are hitting those higher level bases, because the trillions in a smaller base is not going to matter. It's the quadrillions that you're scooping to get, and then the sigma, if you're able to, at those higher levels, we can't help at all. My hands are tied. There's nothing I can do. I mean, bonus, they can't hit me either, but that's only, it's the only silver.
Hey! Wait, just give us a second. Jess is here. Thank you very much. Or Jess was being Dave. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome in. Welcome to a very boring conversation about a game that we're trying to do. Welcome from that, Jess. It's very kind of you to raid. I was going to raid to you. Jess was pretending to be Dave today. It's quite exciting, and she was trying to paint some stuff. That's okay, Jess. Welcome to the boring stuff that we're talking about in the game and how to fix some sort of PvP. Please do give us a shout out, NetNav. Give a shout out, please, to Jess. She's wonderful. She was being Dave. It's quite exciting. She dresses up and fantastic cosplay. She used to be in Disney. Wonderful, wonderful person, and also an actor. So yeah, very, very lovely to have you here for that. But we're having a very serious discussion about the Star Trek game. So welcome in. Come and follow. Just give us a follow and all that sort of stuff, and we'll keep it going. Also, we're giving away merch in about 20-ish minutes. So I would stay if you want to win some Marble merch and to have some of that stuff. And we're giving away quite a few things. But yes, going back to Incursions, Niv, go ahead.
The other thing there is if you've obviously got triple time to loot, then obviously the smaller players who might say, hey, you know what, I want to go do my Bajoran loot.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to get 3 times the rewards on it. Maybe we can get if the banding wasn't there, then you're going to have more people going out saying, oh, you know what, I'm going to see if I can find anybody out there doing these things, and then you're going to have a bit more engagement that way as well.
Yeah, true. Yes.
Yeah, that was going to be my. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
sorry. I was going to say that was going to be my counter to that. Is like if you do that. But then also the hunting would be, still within the bands, but that would encourage more of the PvP part, because I'm going to go shoot you OPC. If I can, if you're out there killing and I need your stuff, bye.
Yeah, which is true. Which is quite true. I need to give the floor to Abs because he put his hand up very kindly. Abs, go ahead, buddy.
Hi. I like what Ghost was saying.
Yes.
That there's concern on that banding.
Yes.
And that's why I had mentioned before that if you then increase your scoring so that you have someone who's G4 scores more points by rating.
Yeah.
So then you'd scale that back to G3, which I'm playing an account as a G3, that I'm rating this, I'm getting 1 million instead of 1 billion per pull, that scores more. Because as a larger player, you see these smaller raids going on in the past, you ignore them because they don't matter.
Yeah, true.
They can make them matter.
Yeah, massively make them matter. Agreed.
The other thing that I wanted to say with regard to the triple for everything, I like where you're going with that.
Yeah.
But I think it needs to be a little bit more targeted, because if it's just everything, everybody's everywhere. You need to focus so that you know where to look.
Maybe the last 3 arcs. So
yeah,
Maverick Academy, and you could do it like Vengeance style. Maybe you go Maverick system where you go and double A. It will encourage people doing the loot. Also, it's going to frustrate G6s who can't do it, which is something we definitely need to speak about, and how we can, as anyone, manage to achieve any of the pulls with regards to those things, because I think that's going to be a vital conversation to have. But also we need to have a vital conversation about what the mid-ops are doing and how that is working that way. So, Jim, you've jumped onto the stage, buddy. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I was going to ask anybody on the panel strong in coding, if they opened up the banding for incursions, the PvP banding, what is that encoding? Is that something that Scopely, knowing their limitations, can actually accomplish? Sounds like a good idea. I just would love to know if somebody could tell me if they could actually do that.
Yeah, true. And I think there's loads of discussions regarding, if you triple the rewards, double the rewards, 100% the rewards, whatever, that would make things quite exciting. Lostin has resubscribed, ladies and gentlemen. I thought he hated me, but Uncle Lostin is here. Happy birthday for a few days ago. We won't tell anybody how old you are because, well, I mean, it's a very high number. I mean, I wouldn't want to know. 92. Lostin gifted. Damn you, Lostin. Stop being nice. He gifted 5 tier 1s. Lostin, I hate you so much, but I so love you at the same time. That's really kind of you. 420. And that means something else. And sort of done that. And you've ruined my hype train timing as well, Lostin. Damn you with that one, but thank you. I gift out of hate, which is like we can hate you and subscribe at the same time. Okay, we're on level 2, so there we go. That's going to kick off things and make it quite exciting. But it brings up very good points. I think everyone, you can agree. There's loads of passionate ideas. I hope they have that they've taken these ideas and looked at these things and seen like, okay, wow, this is going to be something that's quite, a few good things that they might be able to look at and might be able to encourage people to do different things. That's more important thing for me. Yes, Sojim, go ahead, buddy.
No, I was just going to say, if anybody on the panels that's a coder could actually speak on the fact, would Scopely, with their limitations, be able to actually open up the PvP banding in Incursions without and incurring other big issues? I mean, because we know they have limitations. They know they have limitations.
Well,
good idea. Mention. I'm just.
Yeah.
Could they do it?
Well,
honestly,
territory works.
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
It works with territory. So territory is actually system based. So what they could do is they basically just have a schedule where the banding is temporarily suspended, or they make all the systems act as if they're in territory. So
exactly.
yeah, I don't think it's that big a thing. Obviously,
we would, good idea.
We would probably want them to exclude 1 to 20 systems, but I mean, do we? I don't know.
Yeah, well,
that's the only thought.
That makes it interesting.
No, you don't.
Yeah, go on.
I mean, yeah, I think, and even to the point, NetNiv, and obviously NetNiv is a big coder, so you don't need to even have it on a schedule. They could just have it on, as a Boolean, like, is Incursions running? Is Incursions not running, right? Like, so the question is not can they do it? They can do it for sure. The question is, if they do it, is it going to break something else, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the key between,
right?
Yeah.
That's the key between being able to do it and can Scopely do it, because again, they have their limitations.
Ooh.
And
I would also point out one other thing. So Ghost Pepper is very fiery, and might love to kind of rustle it about with people that are have a different ops cycle, but there are some people that do like the banding, and it lets people potentially not have to worry about someone much bigger than them squashing them, right? I kind of funny me saying that because I could be that person squashing somebody.
Yes. Yeah.
But I know that there are some players. The banding is always going to be a tricky thing, right? Because there's always going to be a player that was like, oh well, I don't even bother because the big whales come in and they just smash us about, and then I just sit in my base and I just wait for it to be over. So I just want to make sure that when we think about changing banding, or if we're going to think about how the banding works in Incursions, which again I get the TC concept, and so it sort of works there. I just don't know if that's something that I don't know if that will now kind of shut some players down that maybe, like we said, maybe more PvE focused, and we're like, well, I'm just trying to avoid that part. I'm just trying to do this kind of stuff.
But also, just let people know, there's 1 minute and 1 sub to get us to the next level. Lostin has ruined this, but 1 minute and 1 sub. Remember, it goes ambitious for autism, 300 bits or 1 sub to get us to the next level. Yeah, I agree, Chris Pike. That's another suggestion to sort of look at and see where we can get it to. Ghost Pepper, thank you. Thank you kindly. And Flossie as well. And Lostin as well. Jesus Christ. Everyone's got 5, 5, and 5. Sent us into God knows what level it is, but it's very kind of you. Ambitious about autism. I just want them to get a nice thing from us, and they will do at the end as well with that. And just remember, you qualify for the PC giveaway, which is quite important.
I thought I did have.
Yeah.
Let me just think that Ghost Pepper. Would you be okay if
V-neck.
the base was rated? Was
That's what I just posted
regardless
that. Like
of the
that's what I was
op,
about
as
to say.
opposed to the PvP
I was like,
aspect.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I posted in the Discord chat part. Like maybe just take the banding off the bases so that we can hit and scoop, and then leave the banding and all that the same. Like to accommodate like for those that are happy with the banding. Like, you know, like I'm not mad about the banding on the lower part. I'm mad about being able to punch up. But that's just me because I am feisty. Others enjoy it, and that's fine. They should enjoy it. But if we just took it off of the bases, that would be great, because then now I can go hit the 72 bases with everybody else to help score the points, and I'm pulling like trillion pulls. You know, like it's worthwhile for me.
What
to counter
what
that,
she definitely
I
what
would
she definitely
stop you from doing that rating. So if you're going to take the rating off one, you do need to take it off the other.
Yeah, true.
That sounds fair, yes, but again, at the end of the day, I think that so that sort of maybe needs to be worked out. But at the end of the day, I think what we need to figure out is, well, let's get back to normal state, and then kind of maybe do these kind of gradual things. And I certainly want participation and all these different things.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But the thing is, we do have loads of different ideas. Beachwell, I'll let you jump on, but just let me quickly shout out. Beachwell, thank you for the 5. Sniper, thank you for the 5. V-neck. Okay, thank you, Jason V, Neck, Davito, whatever you want to call yourself. And no one watches music video, by the way, which is terrible.
Where was the thank you, super friend?
No, not saying that. Lost in, thank you very much as well. Flossie, thank you very much. Ghost Pepper, lost in again. Jesus Christ, we're a level 7 hype train with 7 subs to go. Sorry, I've got to do 2 things at once because I promise Ambitious by Autism that I'd give them a big thing at the end, and I want to make sure they're part of the when we do the super secret front page of Twitch stream, which will be quite exciting. Wow, Captain Chris Pike gave another 5. Thanks, buddy. That's very kind. We're so close to getting a level 8. Which is insanity. Dice says you can't have them hitting bases, but the base owner unable to strike them. Yeah, that's the problem. So there's too many things with regards to that needs to happen. I think remove the banding for Incursions just solves most of the issues with regards to that. Add a little bit of incentive to bring the PvE players out to then encourage more PvP, and then everyone wins and everyone engages, and hopefully more people will engage. But my encouragement is, now that you guys, wherever the feedback came from, to get this to happen, and thank you to the community managers that make it happen, that they made this happen, and the turn did happen to go and engage in Incursions to make sure that we get there. And ladies and gentlemen, Lube has cheered with one single bit. Just one.
Thank you, Lube.
Just to kind of, he did a lum. Just one.
Oh, we've got 2. We've got 2.
Oh, we've got 2.
Can we see 3? Can we see 3?
Yeah. Thanks for
we doing this auction style?
Well, I'm still thanking Lube for his 1. Lube.
Oh, we got 3 from Broken.
Oh, yeah, 3. Damn it, Data Jess! Stop getting involved. What's going on? That's just happening.
Oh, 4 from MJ.
No!
Oh, wait.
Stop it! This is getting silly.
That's 5 from Lube.
So, this is what you're going to have to get to. Yes, Beach Whale. Sorry, go ahead.
Just real quick, I want to give myself a shout out for my 3-month subscription.
Whoa! Well done!
And I've seen this a lot in the chat. People would like to move on from Incursions and discuss G6 and Academy and some other stuff.
Yes, of course.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Nigel,
yes.
That actually is a good segue, because I was going to bring something up that was tied to Incursion, but this one is good for Academy as well.
Go on then.
The one thing that Scopely needs to understand is that engagement, right, will drive spending. Players want to play the game, and they're going to spend while doing so. But it seems as though, whether that's Incursions, whether that's Academy now, right, where it's, we don't want to spend to play the game.
Yes.
We will spend if we're playing the game.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Like, there's a subtle difference, right? Like, if I'm having fun and playing it, then yeah, I'm going to spend. But if you're coming out and saying, hey, before you can even start this thing, you have to spend money, you're probably going to turn me off and go, cool, well, it's probably not that fun anyways, so see you later.
Yeah, exactly that. Which brings me to the Academy and how we can help G6s. Because the biggest problem with the Academy loop that still is a problem till this day and still hasn't been changed in any way, I'm guessing they're looking at the metrics or whatever it is that G6 players still can't do enough to pull a chest. Thanks for everyone at the little bits of the time. This is all due to lube, starting with 1. But the key thing is, MJ Hat, have you managed yet to open a single Academy chest?
I have.
Oh my God, you did it! How long did it take you?
Yep,
like 7
it
days.
happened. Okay, so I can now do a single pull in about 6 runs.
Yeah, exactly. Single pull. Oh my God, Georgina's here. Georgina, you never ever speaks. Thanks for the gifted. Thank you for coming in, Georgina. I hope your stream was going well. Welcome to. It's a little bit of a boring discussion about the game. Don't worry, the game is exciting in the background, but we're all having a little panel about this. But yes, it took you a long time to do it. Now, MJ Hat, was it worth it? What did you pull when you finally did the first pull? And you know, I know you have much regarding this.
Both sets of building parts is all I'm after. Yeah, 6 runs, 1 pull. That's it, KA. But at least now I can do it. So, you know.
So that's
take
good.
The wins where you can get them.
Yeah, and also, Georgina, stay on because we're doing marbles with giveaway of free merch and free stuff. So please don't leave. So the building parts, you've done it. So how did you do it, MJ Hat? If we're trying to give advice to people at G6.
The change?
Yes.
The change come down to really using a max relativity instead.
What?
That is, you know, yeah, I'm a GS31 guy, but listen.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. With a state. Let's be clear.
With a state.
But, yep. Don't want to touch on that too much. But let's, I've got the Godsend and Metreon Cascade there, and I've got a decent crew, like, 100%. 100%.
So maxed relativity got you there.
Yep.
Hull.
Yep.
Ah, interesting. Well, wait, Tech One, before you go into Neggy Nancy mode, could a slightly lower? Okay, what you're hitting? You're a 68, and you're hitting
I
a.
can hit the 64s now, but the 63s are the better place to grind.
Interesting, and you're doing, and you're happy to do it every day to get you enough loot bonus for that.
Happy? No. God, no. But the access to it, at least. I can get single pulls for 3 days, I think it is, off of a single Academy drone.
Oh, that's amazing. By the way, people, 2 subs, 744 bits to get us the next level. Oh, someone's already done it. Well, thank you, Dominus Prime.
Yeah, and that's,
Jesus.
Brian Racer makes the best point, Nigel. And it's that I won't be able to maintain the tokens to do it every single day. Because obviously, 6. Yes. So, you know, that's the problem I'm faced with now. But at least, I'm now at a point where I can grind it out. Because before, it was just too much. Way too much.
Interesting. So, well, obviously, the state thing and all that sort of stuff. Exclamation point Discord. MJ Hat will put it in our Discord here. I'll put it in the channel that's hidden away. If you don't mind giving that advice out to people, so that G6 players can come and join and have a look at that. It's absolutely imperative that we help them to get through this. So G6 players, exclamation point Discord, jump in here. MJ Hat will throw the solution, maybe with the help of a few others, into the Academy drone section or even in the G6 section, Academy drone section, so that people can have a look and see how they can use the crews and use the abilities and use the ship and give you examples of how that works. We will try not to spread it out of this Discord at the moment, but let's help people do that and come in. So that'll be amazing to do those things and keep people engaged. And help them out. I love the fact that you guys have cracked it. Thank you so much for cracking it, because that's really important. And then it's still looking at 32 runs and so on. Oh, Flossie, thank you for your one gifted to Today's Good Day to Die. He's a lovely, lovely person as well. We're almost about to finish the level 9, which is absolutely superb. We only need 10 subs to go, which is brilliant. So thank you, everybody. Ambitious About Autism will be getting all the things that we raised today. that's interesting that works. That makes me happy. So that gives people options. So rather than giving it out for whatever reason, we need to make sure that these things work. Thank you, people, for all the cheering. I will get to all that cheering at all times, but I think that's a very good thing, and moves it to segue, which moves a couple of the quality of life improvements. CJ Becker has brought up a couple of things. She'd love to see a faction bulk refine as sort of to be available, and also for all the information to be available in game rather than people search for it. The only obviously secret thing, CJ Becker, is that the Discords are really good for the, let's say, super secret ways of doing things, which I think is very, very important. And Lube, again, outrageously brilliant with his one single bit. It's like watching him being the current Prime Minister of the UK. So, Lube, you're as good as that, as far as I'm concerned. So you know what that means. Obviously, Nero Spicy, so happy. So thank you very much. I'd be very interested to see the scales downwards from 61 to 68. MJ Hat, has this been tried? Has a net niv? Oh, Susie 22, thanks for the 5 gifted. They're really kind. Puts us 5 away. MJ Hat, have you tried? Yeah, go on.
There's 1 or 2 people that are working on that. The idea was not mine, obviously.
Of course.
I have to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
That would be Shiz.
Okay, Shiz, thank you so much.
But let me 100%. He's really put it together where it's been kind of working. And I cannot complain. I mean, don't get me wrong. My officers are not entirely maxed, okay? My Sam Kirk is tier 4, I think. So honestly, if you had better officers, the 64s might be possible.
Ooh,
so
interesting.
And again, that's with just for the audio part, that's with a single building packs. My remote campus is only 30.
30.
So
what would be interesting is G6 players come into this Discord, find that information. Shiz, if you don't mind placing it as well, buddy, because you need to have credit for things like this, because I think you do a very good job for the community. Put it in there as the idea. MJ Hap, put your samples in there. People do and follow that, and let's see if we can get some more data to whether we widely show it to people as a link that they can come and follow and have a look at that. Simon, thank you so much for finishing the 9. We're on a 10, so that's really kind. Everything is to do that. We're not far away from our sub goal, which is, oh my God, we're very, very close. We're only about like 60 away. But that's important that we can help G6s here, because then the G5s and G4s keep an eye out, because this might be your way into this loop. So you might have to focus on your relativity to get it up there, because I believe a lower level relativity might actually do more. Tech One gives McShiz a lot of credit. I would never been able to dial in my Vija Orions. Nigel got me started. Shiz took me to the limit. So yeah, Shiz is a great guy. So he is here to give advice. I'd like to keep it as much as possible within one channel so that we can spread this information easily around, and then allow the sheet people to take it from that channel and spread it to the right people around. So please do that, Shiz, if you don't mind to do so. Ghost Pepper says that Simon really likes to finish. Interesting. As you were talking about lube earlier, which is quite cool. Divine says, yet op 70 is 95k loot, and then 71 jumps to 216k to convert from G6 to G7. Currency but credits received is same per ops level. I agree, Divine. I have noticed, though, that when you do to 71, and if you have a 70, the vengeance becomes... Okay, so what do we have? We have relativity is now an important ship for people in the G4s and G5s to focus on, to get themselves within the ability to open up some of these loops. But for the G6s, your focus should be I'm going to put all my material spend into getting the vengeance. So that becomes your focus when you hit 70. Get the vengeance, then jump to 71. Because even today, like Tibbs did a fantastic stream, and Tibbs showed that even with with an opening vengeance, he manages to do such a great job for doing so. Roro, thank you very much for following. That's absolutely amazing. Smashing from John Deere. And we're 1 minute 40 seconds away with 18 subs to finish a level 10. We might even give away a jacket if we can get to the end of that one. Credits to McShiz, which is absolutely brilliant. McShiz, if you don't mind sharing, That'd be amazing. If you don't want to share, I completely understand. But this is a community of sharing. So, and this is quite a safe place to do it on. And I think it would be very important to do so. So G4s and G5s now. Ghost Pepper, you better be focusing on that relativity. I want to see it super high before you get anywhere near G6 in about 7 years' time, right? So that's really important to do. MJ Hat, anything else you'd like to add in about any crewing that you used? Can you at least tell us the crew if you don't want to tell us the state? Is that something to look at?
Just a second.
Yeah.
Just a second. Let me get it
Yeah.
pulled
Your
up
mic
here,
is always so low, but yeah, go on.
My fault. Is that better?
Oh yeah, oh my God, that's amazing.
Sorry. Sometimes it's loud in here and I have to adjust.
Yeah, that's okay.
Now I was using Spike, Sam Kirk, and Spock.
Spike,
and
Sam Kirk,
going
and Spock.
after the
amazing.
Yep, and going after the interceptors.
Yeah, 30 seconds left, 18 subs. If anyone wants to finish us off, let us know. Not that way, Ghost Pepper, before you make a joke about it. So a Pike, and then
Spike.
Yeah, Spike, SNW Spike, and then Sam Kirk, and who was the last one?
And Strange New World Spock.
Oh, interesting. That's a very good curveball. That'd be amazing. Wow, Chris Spike said, wow, what was that? That's a 25. Amazing. Chris Spike, you wonderful, wonderful human being, sends us straight
Legend.
in there. Absolute legend. Thank you so much, buddy. That will go to a very, very good place. That is insane. And Ghost Pepper saying, I'm not that damn slow. Well, Ghost Pepper, okay, fine. In 5 years' time when you get to G6. I don't even know.
I swear to God. I'm gonna mute again. But I have to say something.
Go on.
I know I'm slow. It's fine. No, you're fine. Go ahead. That's all I had to say.
Yeah, exactly. So Cruzito saying, yeah, you're talking about the Vengeance. How are epics working out for those at the 70 with no Vengeance? So that'll be the other thing that we need to look at. I think the relativity is strong. Hey, Kevin, how you doing, buddy? Coming in. Roro, thanks for coming in. Stay with us. There'll be some giveaways soon. So don't leave us yet. And thank you for following us through. The important thing for people to realize is even the epics. Killer Angel, you're a very good person because you've just jumped to 71. Congratulations, by the way. Killer Angel finally came to the dark side. Welcome to the dark side. Killer Angel. So Killer Angel, with your 70 and your epics, I think you had it as about tier 14, 15. Ryan says skip the epics. My Max Cruncher loop says still can't kill 70s because you kind of suck, Loops. I'm just going to say it out loud right here.
Shots fired.
You suck at giving bits out because only one bit at a time. You see what I did there? You thought I told you about your ship, huh? You almost threw a hissy back at me and you didn't realize. He says that is interesting. So that maybe the max epic is not the way to go. Ryan suggests to skip them. Interesting. Take your one bit and... Killer Angel. Enterprise Epic Tier 12, Vengeance Tier 6. And Killer Angel, I assume your Vengeance at Tier 6. It sounds like, Crisito, the big problem becomes now is the end of G6s because the loot is really high and the fact that you need the Vengeance to get yourself into the 71. Divine says G6 Epic firing pattern is useless, so that's important. Can't skip them because of the cube, Loop says, because you need the cube high up. So does a max cube become the thing? So maybe at 70 you focus on getting your ship maxed, get yourself the max cube, then jump to 71, and hopefully your max cube can do the opposite. Thank you very much. McShiz has posted in the Academy Hostiles his fantastic idea of getting the relativity and you guys to work your way up, which is absolutely incredible and gives us the feedback on that type of thing, which is great. So, man, I can't believe you cracked it, buddy. Absolutely well done. Huge and congratulations to McShiz for coming up with this idea. Glad it's working. Let's test it with some players who don't have max relativities. Tech 1, let's do that. Lady Patu, let's do that as well. Killer Angel says the issue is the Vengeance has not many below deck slots at tier 6. So till that time, you kind of need the G6 epic or rare. But it's, and McShiz says it depends on a lot, but it's a starting point. We love giving people starting points. We're 14 subs away, 1 minute 30 from completing that one. Divine, G6 Epic apparently says it's a problem. The max cube equals max G6 Epic. So you can do it in 2 months. Thank you, Divine. Absolutely read that briefly. I know you said 2 years. Don't worry. I just don't like to be that negative. What should you do? So Tech 1, if you go to the Academy Hostiles, you can try them now. Thank you, Lady Batu, who's going to try it as well, so we can get some feedback to players, because even if it works within the realms of what the theory is, and that theory becomes really important. Bale Tooth, welcome in. Albatron, I was going to soak in your guys' info, but got turned into this others. Welcome, Bale Tooth, for coming in. Do go onto Twitch and give us a little follow as well. Anybody who's not following on Twitch, please do so, because I don't want to give this PC giveaway to just anybody. I want to give it to people who have been around for a while, which would be amazing. So 30 seconds left. It's absolutely wonderful. Thank you, everybody, for everything you've done. 14 subs left, 30 seconds. My relatively is too low to be useful, Tech 1. Negativity. Come on, don't be a positive Pete. And then we can absolutely change it, instead of a petrified Pete. You're a positive Pete now. Roro, you feel attacked. No, you don't, buddy. You're a wonderful person. Come on in. You've got the NASA thing to your worrying, buddy. Wow, Simon! With 15. Oh, wow. I didn't expect it to finish. Thank you, Simon says. It's so kind. Sends us into the next level in style. Georgina's shocked even. Jess is shocked. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's happening? I show off. Ghost Pepper. Ghost Pepper, encourage, not decourage. You're a leader. You're going to summon KJ with all the positivity, Nigel, which is absolutely amazing. MJ Hat, do you feel like this loop is now starting to become a little bit more useful for you now you've done this?
I think we need to still remain kind of optimistic, but I don't want to get my hopes too high until I get up to, and as Lube was pointing out, even his Crenshaw is like, no, not happening. Maybe the Enterprise will do better. But really, this content feels to me, and I've said this a couple of times, and I hate to be that voice, I hate to be that guy, but the first step is pull out your vengeance. So just maybe we'll see when I get to 70 if I can progress a little bit more. I honestly, I'm going to do what I can between now and then. But Pepper, Jesus.
I know. It's just, she cracks me up. It's like she said pull out, and then Simon in Discord saying Pepper is just jealous because she wants me inside.
Oh, wow.
Her
alliance.
Her alliance. Yeah, exactly.
Her alliance.
The issue is the building. August Valkyrie, thank you very much for subscribing. Go on, Pepper.
So, Nigel.
Yeah.
No, go.
Go on, Crisito.
Well, I was going to ask MJ, right? So, MJ, one thing that I thought I heard you say, and I was going to kind of ask Shiz as well about this. This is all on the premise that you have a decent or your building is up to where it needs to be.
Yes.
How does this, if you will, deal with the fact that if you can't kill the hostiles in order to refine, in order to get the stuff for the building, right? Is this still truly you're going to have to invest money, if you will, in order to get the building where it is? Because right now it sounds like... Go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Have to is a strong word. I honestly, with the amount of stuff that came in the battle pass, most folks should be, and depending on how many times you claimed it, and some folks should be at 7, some should be at almost 20, depending on whether or not they could get everything worked out. For me, like, I got lucky, and someone was very generous, and they said, here, go get an Academy pack. Great. But not everybody has that option. You're 1,000% right, Crisito. It is still going to be rough for those that don't have those levels already. So is this is a starting point. Maybe this can help people in the earlier 60s, maybe punch up a little bit, but all in all, it's still going to take time.
Well, and I have one more if I can, right? So obviously you talked about getting the building sourcing during this month because of the battle pass. Currently, there is no daily drip. So at the end of this month, then now what, right? At this point, okay, everybody misses it. We're beyond the battle pass month, the launch month.
Yeah.
How do those players do that, right? Because, and we've seen this in the past where if you did not jump into this, or maybe you weren't, maybe you're a G5 player, And so you just jumped into 61, right? Or in that area. Now what, right? For them, they don't have anything to do because the battle pass isn't going to be there and there are no daily drips.
To be clear,
yeah,
as a new player coming into this loop, once you get to 61, you're going to have level 61 pulls.
Yes.
Now, my understanding is, and I'm going to shout out Martok here. Martok and I were talking.
Brilliant.
And he can do a full run with a max Rotaran. And on one token, he can get a whole week's worth of pulls.
Wow,
but
whole weeks. Okay.
I would suggest for new players coming up into this loop, maybe while you're at 61, stock up as high as you can.
Yeah.
Pull as many times as you can. Because once you start progressing into G6, and Martok's being clear, he's in chat there, it's with a max fort. So this isn't even something he can do every day, but he can do it once a week.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting. That's interesting. But what it means is our feedback is if you're G4, G5, focus on your relativity, but use 61 as your ultimate collecting of loot before you move up the arc. Does that sound like a reasonable suggestion?
Well, the thing is, Nigel, the pulls are going to increase too.
Yes.
So, as much as you want, like, pull as many of the engineering credits as you can before you progress, I guess is the point I'm trying to make.
Yes.
I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So that makes sense. Thank you, everybody, for the level 11 hype train. That was absolutely awesome. Thank you all. Very, very lovely for doing so. But yeah, that's a good point, Crisito. Does that answer most of your questions of what you would say to early players?
Well, right. So we've normally seen, right, either you get a daily drip, right? So or you have to make a choice, right? Like you can go grind, but sometimes you got to go towards research, you got to go towards ship, you got to go towards building.
Yeah.
In this scenario, it's really none of those, right? Only because of the fact that if you're a 61 player, does the epic or does the relative or do any of those G5 ships, do they help you and are you able to get that? Because otherwise, then you're kind of stuck in the catch 22 where I got to kill the hostile in order to get the stuff to upgrade the building so that I can get better, right?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think that's the one part that we talked about the other day in that 61 to 63 range until they can get that uncommon. They're kind of stuck without saying, "Yep, you're going to have to go buy a pack." And I don't think that should be the case, right? They need to either make sure that the scalability of the hostiles to the ships at least lets a player get something. Right. I'm
Yeah.
not saying they need to be able to shoot the moon, but they've at least got to be able to get something there. And I think that was the something we saw between the 61 and 63. Hopefully this new crewing and this setup works. But I just wanted to raise the question because I did hear you, MJ, say that you had gone that one pack, which makes it doable. Without that pack and without the BP, what does that look like?
That's true.
A lot more difficult, to your point. 1,000% more difficult.
But
I would
also, we are missing a critical piece of information here. Part 2. Whatever Part 2 brings might be, hopefully, improvements. Hopefully, better improvements in that you might get loot in a better way or whatever, or whatever they decide to do with the metrics, because that could be the changer. Because they'd be like, people would start and they already know what happenings in part 2. They may have to chase something in part 2 that'd be useful. Who knows? Because that is the difference maker. But at the moment in time, while you're still got 2 weeks away almost till the next arc, you still can at least do some pulls and make some progress in some way. And that will be very important. Hopefully, as CJ Becker says, there's loads of quality of life improvements. Hopefully, like the bulk refine and having information about how you can do stuff in the game would be lovely. All the stuff we've always wanted. We wanted searches. We wanted whatever. We wanted, loads of things in the game to make it useful. I'd love the faction bulk thing. I mean, that would be amazing because that would save me probably another 20 minutes in the game of clicking. And then we'll see what it is. And hopefully, against what John Drell says, part 2 won't be paywalled in some way. Hopefully, it will create whatever way of solution in some way. Or they go the X-Borg route, which is... what's it with the Borg sphere, and then they do that route, which is like, oh my god, I don't even have the Borg sphere yet, and I don't feel like I'm behind. But hopefully that is... is very important for them to solve. If they solve that problem, then maybe the G6s can be back in the game in a very good way, and maybe the building materials become easier to source in a very good way, Cruzito and MJ, and what that leads to is people can start the loop better. Ormazut, thank you for your 15 stream streak. Panda Pirate says free-to-play sourcing for a ship would be a free-to-play path for the loops, if there was one. Yeah, who knows? We'll see how it is, whether one is coming, and so on and so forth. It would be nice if they go back to the original ships included in BP again, or the feature included in BP again. Yeah, another good idea. Those are the things. Given that faction bulk refines would make so many people so happy, they don't have to waste another 30 minutes of their day clicking. Makes me wonder why they're not prioritizing that. Maybe they are, Flossie. Maybe they are. Who knows? And that is very important. Mad Hatter says not a 200-day free-to-play path. Yeah, well, technically the Borg Sphere you can do it in 100 days, but it requires you pulling way more material than you can. And hopefully whatever solution that they bring next, I mean, I haven't seen anything, so I don't know. Whatever solution they bring next will be very, very useful to have. Hon Carl John, welcome for... Kelly John, welcome and following us. Agreed. 35 minutes define is very tiring. A free-to-play solution would be great for morale. That'd be amazing. I think they seem to be doing loads of changes morale-wise. With the Alliance tournaments, whatever they're going to adjust. With the incursions coming back to raiding, yes, for 90% of the players seems to be the way. Which would be great. McShiz is only almost halfway towards his Borg Sphere. I'm not even close to that McShiz because I focus on other things. And then that'll be important. Lum, it'd be like a vending machine. You have to... Oh, God. Lum always has to do that. Yes, Kay, John, well done, Flossie. Thank you for... guiding people here. Now it's time for reverse their Leslie decision. Well, let's leave Leslie to one side. I think Leslie is what it is, and it's going to stay that way. I think there's no point battling and killing ourselves on things that they've made a decision about, and that's it, and that's what we're going to stick with. And I don't think he's as essential now. Anymore. Tal would be someone that would be Chase. Fox says after the Sigma refinery changes, I would expect to see G7 more interested. Yeah, agreed. That Sigma refinery change was superb, but it was hidden around a lot of stuff. The G3 speed up is hidden around a lot of stuff. The fact that you can do a claim all button at Ops 10 is like hidden behind a lot of stuff. That it's not the sticky part. I want Officer Depot back to choice again versus RNG. Yes, but Formatron, for whatever reason, they've decided to reset the game back to 2019, 2018, whenever, to 2019 when they started the game, where they wanted more of these things. Cool. Let them do what they can. If we don't engage in it, they might change it back. They might provide different sourcing methods. But personally, I think in every arc, you should be able to at least get the officers of the arc or get close to getting the officers of the arc. At the moment, I'm miles behind. Some people will get there. Yes, Beach Whale.
What was the change to Sigma Refinery? Because I haven't noticed much difference when I'm refining.
So in your normal refinery every day, instead of a 10 times pull, it's a 30 times pull. So instead of getting 72k Sigma Trit, you get 216k Sigma Trit pull every single day, which is significantly different in every way. So hopefully that will be something they'll increase more of, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah. So instead of the 10 times pull, it's 30 times pulls. Now you can, when you go bulk refine, you can now click 30 times. So it's way, way more than what it was previously, which is fantastic. We need more badges. We're sourcing officers too much. Yeah, agreed. But and Pierre makes a very good point. It's only a drip still. If you have enough to convert, well, Murphy, I think people do. The conversion is not 10 times, it's 30 times. You can click the 30 times. And then Nervous of Steel says he loves the bulk refines that are there, which is amazing. Yes, Crisito.
Hey, Nigel, and not to send us back the direction, right? But we did just talk about the fact that there was no reason for any Sigma player to actually be raiding. I mean, if you're that short on your regular trit, I mean, I guess that's one option to raid, right? Go get that trit from other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then you can use it to convert, right? I mean,
yeah,
I know that's not a great answer, but I mean that is kind of funny that it went right back up to that.
Yeah, exactly. And subtly, Incursions is really useful again. Baletooth says, and don't forget the wee bigs, forget the horrible sterile grind and the badges source. Exactly. Badges become way more pertinent. Sugar Relentless, yes, says it's 30 times. John Drell says regular to Sigma. I'll be raiding my heart out, Relentless. Crisito, you've inspired raiding. You are the inspiration to this community with raiding. And support your lower players by destroying loads of things and help Ghost Pepper to finally get to Ops 49. That's
I swear to God, you guys. Oh, you weren't on that chat. There was another stream where they like measured all my stuff against everybody else. So evidently, I'm a very high level 47, and they're all trying to push me to 48.
Yeah, that was my
I
stream.
might do it for you.
We did that.
That was your stream. That was yours. That was MJ.
Yeah, MJ stream.
MJ stream did that. If you need that, I'll do that for you. But
yeah, we'll see. We'll see what goes with that. Netniv, let's give a shout out to MJ Hat on the Twitch as well. So people can go and watch that stream where there are loads of variations of that as well, where the people give the shout outs with there. Thank you very much for doing so. That gets us to a very good point with that. Just let me look at my agenda just to make sure that we got through the stuff which we have. G2 to G5, Pepper, I do want to sort of have a chat with you here. How is the mid-ops at the moment? And any advice you want to add about the mid-ops? Because you're right in the middle of it. I mean, literally in the middle because you're so far away from G6. It's unreal. Keep going. That's a joke.
Thank you for making me feel small and tiny. Go
ahead.
I already know that I'm the tiny, feisty one. But no, honestly, it's frustrating at this point.
Okay.
Because everything, I keep bringing it up. Our battle passes are, hey, finish your dailies. We have to be held accountable for that.
Yeah.
We're not getting anything that's actually focused in on helping us build out the pieces that all of you have already done.
Okay.
Right? You guys already did this. You're already there. The rest of us are just playing your game and doing our dailies. And evidently, the dailies is all you have to have for your battle pass, and it's frustrating.
Yeah, that's interesting because I thought that with the Mako and everything that they guide you towards one ship or another, like the Dauntless and things like that. So that's not really.
They've done a couple of things. Well, they have. They've tried. Okay, I'm going to give credit on that. They did try. They each the past 2 to 3 battle passes they have focused on ships.
Yeah.
But it really has not helped. Even now, I'm not even able to pull on stuff for the current ship, and I'm doing everything.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
That's interesting because John Drell says, why are mid-up rewards G4 even for G5 player? John Drell, I can tell you behind the scenes that someone's already brought that up multiple times. So hopefully that's something they'll look at too. What's interesting is Abs, you also have a G3, G4 account. How are you finding the mid-ops out of interest?
I do what I can. I'm not going to be overly worried about if I don't finish something like the Mako events. I do what I can. And if I get some rewards out of it, great. If not, I'll get the next one. But it's been enticing getting reminded of what the lower ops go through and the limitations and some of the older loops. And as I mentioned them, everybody goes, "Oh, swarms! I don't want to. I wouldn't want to do those again."
Oh God! I mean, Sniper loves playing swarms. I don't know about anybody else, but Sniper is swarms 101, right? Sniper, you do enjoy swarms in every way. MJ Hat, thoughts on this?
I'm sorry, I kind of missed it there, Nigel. I was making a bottle.
No, that's all right. And the key thing is because you unmuted yourself. The key thing is that the mid ops are actually struggling to try and achieve those things. And it's really good that the battle pass is being looked at. Hopefully, and that'll be something that you guys want to be better off. Shibon of 9, how you doing? Oh, KJ decides to come in now. Oh, I see, KJ. Hey, KJ, are we giving away any Bandits printden.com merch, buddy? Because we do have some people that are non-STFC players here who would definitely want to go to your website and do something quite exciting. So, KJ, if you are ready, this will be... He just put exclamation point play and didn't even think. Panda Pirates, what is the status of next month's comp battle? What? To be honest with you, I'm beat, but I can put something together. Yeah, please do, KJ. Come onto the stage if you want as well, buddy. Love to have you. Give me like 5 minutes. What do you think this is? I mean, Ghost Pepper just proved to us that Simon Says can't even reach 5 minutes of joining her alliance. It's a trap. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely a trap. If you do see
Nigel.
KJ, yes, go ahead.
We can do a Ghost Pepper mug today if you want.
What? She has a mug?
She
does.
Oh,
yeah. I'm kind of special because MJ likes me more than you.
That's insane. MJ, I'm happy to put the money up for it as well. Let's do a ghost. What does it look like? Is it? I mean,
it's in my merch store.
Oh, interesting.
I'd have to get you a link. Hold on.
Yeah, okay. Let's see how that swarms. Sheesh, don't get that. Yeah, free swag. I do agree with you. It's a trap. 5 minutes is a long time, Sherlock Holmes says. Absolutely agree.
That's what she said.
Ladies and gentlemen, from somewhere in Delta Airlines, we do have Killer J is here. Hey, KJ, how you doing?
Hello, how are you? I've been super busy, and if anyone is getting a mug, it better be effing me, because I mowed like 5,000 mugs!
You're owed
feel
2.
like the fact that I've never won marbles, that like MJ should be the one to be like, his pity mug should be the Ghost Pepper mug, because I've also never won.
No!
Like, I feel like
No
there's some
pity
irony
mug!
here.
No pity mug. All right then, KJ.
No!
KJ,
This is a good
KJ,
time.
do you
I was
want
trying
a
to help
Simon?
you.
Do you want a Ghost Pepper mug? Do you want a pity mug? I mean, Ghost Pepper mug.
Well,
wow. Now I feel like cheap. Like, okay, there's words I can't say because this is a stream, but now I feel
Not
cheap.
about
Thank
you, Pepper. It's about KJ.
It's always about me. It's never about KJ. He just thinks it is.
Well, okay. Go onto Twitch because I've just put the marbles up! Exclamation point play into the chat. The winner of this one will be getting an STFCbriefings.com mug. We do have the Starfleet Academy stuff. That'll be the first one while we figure out the rest of the rewards. For the rest of it, there will be 6 because obviously we had a fault, which means we will have... I'd like to give compensation. And we do have a prediction up, ladies and gentlemen. So do not miss out on your marbles giveaway of doom. While I change the stream title...
Whoa, wait. I am getting Bandits Printing together, but I just realized that I'm no longer subscribed. Somebody help me.
Oh, for God's sake.
I can't go to ads.
Oh, for God.
Can't go to ads.
I mean, how cheap... KJ, just subscribe.
Did he say ban him?
I mean, you're
Is that what he
totally
said?
beating me to it. Like, how cheap are you, KJ? Like, I'm trying to defend you, but you are being so cheap.
KJ, also, I need these, like, Partner Plus things, right? If someone could help me for 3 months, just so I can get it, so that less money goes to Twitch, more goes to charity, and all we have to do is get 11 people to subscribe Tier 3 for 3 months. Or loads of people to subscribe themselves. The gifted subs don't count. If people wish to do that, that'd be amazing. It would save me a lot of aggro. We'll do that. I'm still waiting. No, Lump, you refuse to pick something. Do you know what? I'm just going to send you a link of one. Lump is so annoying.
Did we say,
I'm going to tell you this.
We're banning KJ? Because, I could just, instead of banning him, I could just tie him out and then he can't do exclamation point play.
Yeah, exactly. How do we subscribe?
I'm sorry. I'm an ads. I'm an ads. I can't do anything.
Okay, just give me a second.
Oh, you poor thing.
Oh, just give me a second. So, Sniper just gifted
don't help
KJ.
him. Don't encourage
He's
this.
such a child.
Oh,
So,
see?
Luna... So guys, just give me a second because this is quite important. Luna, how do we upgrade our subscription tier? You can just click on the sub and then change your gifted to a sub tier, and then you can say change it to tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. That would really help us out. We just need 3 months of 11 people doing it at tier 3, or loads of points. There's points to make stuff. We need to reach 100 points every time. Unsubbed user. Oh, my name's not a lie anymore. Oh God. It's another KJ type character. I mean, seriously.
No, you see what happened there? You see what happened there with unsub user? You see what he did? I don't listen to him. He lies. He lies.
We'll see.
He's totally subscribed.
Yeah. Well, okay, guys. Exclamation point play. When the ad ends, unsub user MJ. You don't have to do that, buddy. That's quite funny. Oh my God. Oh, maybe it wasn't Nigel. Maybe it was. Yeah, exactly. 3 different stuff. All right, guys, put your predictions in there as well for channel
thank
points.
you, Fossy.
And Flossie subscribed for tier 2. Thank you so much, Flossie, for doing that. Simon,
I don't have any prediction. There's no prediction up.
Oh, the prediction
you
ended.
missed it.
Yeah, because, you know, you took 6 years to
Oh, Jesus
You were too busy in ads. If you hadn't been in ads, or maybe
I hate all
subscribe
of
to
you
the channel on
I hate
your
all
own.
of you except for Sniper.
Yeah, the good
I hate
news
all
is,
of you except for Sniper.
guys, we have a guest here. Jessisia has joined us as well. Jessisia, hopefully you win. Susie subscribed to tier 2 for 3 months. Thank you in advance. That is amazing. I really appreciate you guys. It just means more go to charity, so that's amazing. We can get through past the 100 points of the PP thingy. Brian Racer with 5 gifted. I'm about to press start in 3. Draven, yes? Do you want me to stop? Nope. Yeah.
No, don't stop. Don't stop. Simon, though, with tier 3 for 3 months in advance. Just saying.
Yeah, I know. That's really kind of you. Susie with tier 2 for 3 months as well in advance. Brian Racer with 5 gifted. Here we go. Sean, you made it in. The marbles begin. Jessisia, your marble better be good because this is going to be exciting. Here we go. The battle begins. Huge things happen. 50 bits or more to cause havoc in this thing. 50 bits make 2 attempts happen. 100 bits causes the aggro of death in every way. Simon with 200 bits to throw havoc. He's got 4. Been boosted 4 times. Danger just died. Don't Test in Production got Ice. Groovy got dingled. Someone got boosted. Netniv died. Dark Tree Gaming got thrusted and got some action for tonight. McShears just died. Dark Tree Jamie just died. E11E just died. Salatorian just died. There's a chance to win STFCbriefings.com mug. There's loads of different mugs available. Brian Racer is taking a huge lead, pushing everyone to there. And then out of nowhere, wow, MJ had just throw 500 bits. Flossie with 100 bits. And we've created a hype trade from nothing. How is this even possible? Hype trade number 3. Ostis is in the air. And dies in front of everybody. Martok, you just died. Ostis died. Jessisia just died. Indominus just died. Big E, STFC just died. Loads of people. KJ just died. A death beyond death. And everyone. Yeah. KJ just had a prayer. Crisito just went. Portequera, Paracasi, Ola Mojinho,
Well, I was about to give some subs, but not now.
Oh my God. You absolute. There's no way that's true in any way possible. The battle continues in every way.
Yeah, he wasn't going to do that.
However, Brian Race is taking a huge lead. He's got to win. He's just got to take around the corner. He goes past the Hole of Doom. He ran the bat of hell.
Beachwell, I gifted last time.
It's just like, Brian Racer.
Who said that?
Yeah, that was Hat. That was Hat.
Brian Racer's in the lead. Brian Racer takes around the corner. He's going to avoid the bomb. He goes past the bomb. He gets past the Pillars of Doom. He's got to get past one bomb, and he skips it. And he hits back, and he almost dies. Brian Racer, you need to go through. You need a bit of pace, mate. Pace. Domo just died. Sherlock Holmes just died. Estozio just comes out from nowhere to try and win it. There's a battle going on. Estozio misses. Brian Racer's just got a chance. Brian Racer misses. Cottontail's got to win this. No, Sean Dog's got to win it. And the winner is Ostis. Valkyrie wins with a mug from STFCbriefings.com. What a win. Fantastic thing. Remember, all your bits, all your subscriptions, all the stuff you do goes to Ambitious About Autism this month. So thank you, everybody, for everything. We are already on a level 5. How the hell did we get to a 5? That's incredible. Level 5 hype train with 5 subs to finish the level 5. What a win by Ostis Valkyrie. You are the winner. Congratulations, buddy. Please find me exclamation point Discord. Find me on
how many do we have?
And the winners are, we've had 5 finishers, Netniv. Is that puts us on the edge? Puts us on the edge.
That puts us to 5. Ooh, let's have a look.
And the winners prediction.
You know what that means?
4 to 6.
Ooh.
Does MJ hat nick it again?
No, I lost money.
Yeah.
I lost money.
You lost money. Ostis Valkyrie, well done, buddy. Exclamation point Discord. Find me.
Okay, I've got the gift card ready.
Okay.
Do you know who the big winner was there?
Is it $20 or $100? $100 to gift cards. Yeah, amazing. Thanks, KJ.
$20, jerk face.
$20 gift card for Bandit. Now, Jessissa, I'm going to tell you, Jessissa, you'll like this because he's got fantastic stuff. Let's put his link in Twitch. Jessissa, you've got to check this out.
1 second, I'm getting it together.
Oh, my God. It's banditsprintden.com, and you can use the code. What's the code now? You keep changing it every month. I mean, who knows now?
No, it's the same as it was last time. Hold on. Discounts. The code is STFC.
STFC is the code. All that money goes
10% off your entire order.
10% your entire order, and you get to pick up a puppy, and the rest of the money, hopefully in a few months, gets to go to charity. So this is for a banditsprintden.com $20 gift card, which is absolutely amazing. We've got 1 minute, 20 seconds left in this hype train, 5 subs to get us to the next level. Let's go. Get yourselves in there. Exclamation point play in the chat. Let's go. There's some really good stuff in there. Yeah.
The big winner from that prediction
yes.
was Tavimosa.
Tavimosa, nice prediction.
5,000, got back 43,000.
Wow, 43,000 in that prediction. That's absolutely amazing. Get yourself in there. Exclamation point play into the chat. Chance to win a banditsprintden.com gift card. Netniv, it's in the Discord. Can you place it and pin it in Twitch so people can have a look? If you guys are in there, please have a look and see. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's pin that for KJ as kind of Bandits.
Oh, it's already done it there.
Printden.com. There we go. Let's pin it up, and you can use the code STFC in capital letters to get 10% off your entire order and a $20 sort of gift. And Ghost Pepper with 5 gifters to send us past the level 5 in style. Thank you so much for your generosity. Here we go. Ostis, you made it in. Trek Diva, you made it in. Netniv, you're in. Virtual Army, you're in. Last people, here we go. Exclamation point play. KJ is now just double checking. Remember, if KJ wins, he actually wins a genuine mug rather than a pity mug, which will be amazing. Here we go. And I'm about to press start in 3, 2, 1. Okay, 10 seconds to go. Exclamation point play. We'll see. Prince only use one wall. Salatorian, you made it in. MJ Hat already kicked us off with 200 bits to send some absolute havoc in each way. Here we go. 200 bits sends us through. Here we go. The battle continues. Those 200 bits dingled Broken World. Sammy Stitch got dingled as well. Canisteto Ice. Simon says has thrown 100 bits in to 10. Gives himself a boost. Sammy Stitch. Domo just died. Everyone's battling them way through. Just Kevin's working them way through. Sammy Stitch is trying to survive. She's just made it. Just Kevin just got boosted by throwing 100 bits in. MJ Hat just died. Taco Mix just died. STFC Raider just died. Retro Fury just died. Can't tell just died. And look at this battle. Trek Diva takes a huge lead. Trek Diva, you're stuck behind that pillar, but there's people behind you. See what happens. There's a little battle happening here. Trek Diva's trying to work her way through. Let's see what happens here. Cruzito and Trek Diva are battling between it. Brian Racer with 5 gifted to send us really inches away from finishing the level 6 hype train. The battle continues, but then Flossie just goes, my little thing just goes through, and I've got the Bear of Doom. I go past the roundabout and no one knows. And Flossie takes the lead. She's gone way ahead. We are inches away from finishing a level 6 with 1 sub to go. Flossie uses her Bear of Love and Happiness to send herself through. And here we go. Flossie's gone across. Lum just died, which is really sad. There you go. Lum has died with that prayer. And we can do it in Japanese. Oh, do you, son?
Good. Lum deserves to die.
Which is a prayer for Lum's death as well in Japanese, because Lum has heritage from everywhere, loves everything from everywhere. And Captain Chris Blake sends us with another 5 to the red. STFC Data Jess, we're watching her go very slow because she likes to admire everything from afar. And then Danger has got a chance here. Danger and Trek Diva. Trek Diva's going to win. Trek Diva's got to win. Trek Diva, you can't possibly miss this. Trek Diva is the winner. Trek Diva, you are the winner. Congratulations. You win a banditsprintden.com $20 giveaway. You can go to the wonderful store, find some wonderful things. I would get one of the puppies if I were you. Also, you can get a puppy and another thing. It's really good pricing, fantastic service, and superb work by KJ the Great, which is absolutely amazing. Kamino Koji says thank you to Dak. Trek Diva, you are the winner. KJ, am I doing the admin or are you doing the admin for this one?
I got it.
Okay, Trek Diva, KJ will be... it's sort of DMing you. Siobhan of 9 really would love a gifted sub. Let's see if someone can help her out. Wow, we got a lot of finishers on that one. Here we go for now. STFCbriefings.com mug. Let's keep going. Here we go. And exclamation point play. Let's go. A chance to win any merchandise in every way possible. Here is the chance. Here it's a STFCbriefings.com mug, which is giveaway number 3 of 6. Let's keep it going. Keep going. Exclamation point play. Let's go. Don't miss out. chance to do stuff. We are on our way. A level 7 hype train with 6 subs to finish that level 7. We're not far away from the dream of will KJ ever win a race in his life. This is the chance. We'll see how that works out. What a battle this is. Good versus evil. KJ versus good. I mean, everyone's battling to see whether that man can win. Will Cruzito defeat KJ? That's another fight that's been talked about in centuries and years. KJ, you finally made it in. Exclamation point play. Let's go, people. Let's go. Let's see if we can get it. Number 3.
I was doing the good work of donating money to you.
Yes, but you're still not going to win.
Yeah. Ghost Pepper comes in, and KJ's like, wait a minute, what's going on? Absolutely wonderful.
Yep.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Yes, don't forget, we'll continue the discussion. MJ Hat has put his link in Discord. Please put it on Twitch as well. Go and follow MJ Hat for his mic night tonight. KJ got boosted. He didn't get killed. Everyone else got killed. Captain Chris Pike. And you are cursed. And Twi Fanatic's in the lead. Twi Fanatic's got the lead here. Sherlock Holmes. Twi Fanatic's gonna win because he's gone way ahead of everybody and he misses the hole. But Sherlock Holmes is right behind him. They've fallen from the boost. Can they finish? Sherlock Holmes misses as well, which leaves us with Evil Karnak, who's miles behind. Those two had an open goal and missed. Unbelievable. Evil Karnak's right there. And the battle continues. Will KJ made it through? He got boosted for the first time in his life. This can't even finish. Ghost Pepper is laughing because they can't even finish. Here we go. And you missed the hole. You've given yourself a chance. Evil Karnak's got it there. 1 minute and 45 seconds left on the hype train with 6 subs to go to try and send us everywhere. Or maybe it's 5. It's 5 subs. 5 subs or 2.2k to get us to the next level. The battle continues. Who's going to win this? Who's going to do it? And RSDJ, the new affiliate of Twitch. Please go follow him as well. RSDJ and Nigel are battling. RSDJ and Nigel are battling them well through. He smashes into the car. RSDJ goes past the roundabout. Nigel misses the roundabout. But someone else is taking the lead, which is Kelrick. Kelrick, who's won loads of things previously, trying to win again. He's trying to battle his way through.
I love how you just glossed over my 100 bits.
And the 100 bits by KJ to finally, for the first time in his life, actually do something really exciting to try and cause havoc in this marble race. And it sent him into a frenzy.
I died.
And then you died, yes. But however, we would like to point out that KJ's 100 bits are amazing. Heretic Vinny is in the lead. People are battling their way through. Who's going to win this? And there are people coming down this roundabout and down towards the ramp of doom. Who's going to win this battle? Lady Command's looking at everybody from above saying, come on. Someone's going to win this. Cruzito's like miles away. However, he's depending on people to miss so that he can actually win. Can we see there? And we can see people are in the lead. And here we go. Heretic Vinny. He's gone past the bomb. He's now just got to make master pillars. These pillars are really difficult to get past. Has he got enough pace? Has he got enough pace to make it? Heretic Vinny, you missed. Kelrick to win again. Kelrick wins! Mal 112 1222 112. Mal 1222 112. You came in second. Ballyboom third. Merak fourth. Confianza fifth. J-Babe sixth. And Virtual Army seventh. Kelrick, you are the winner. You know what to do. DM me on Discord to find a mug of your choice. That'll be your third mug. And Cruzito just goes through the hole and says, hey KJ, this is how you do it. You just got to go with a bit of pace and go through. Nice and easy. Just make sure you do that. Casfor Sorpio has gifted a sub to Siobhan. Very kind of you to do so. And we have finished the hype train at that level. So we are on giveaway number 4. Thanks, everybody, for the hype trains for today. That was absolutely amazing. KJ puts the son of a... X-Wish Point Play in the chat. Let's go. A chance for you to get yourself going. Here we go. X-Wish Point Play. Let's go. Let's keep it going and keep things going. Giveaway number 4. Yes, MJ.
Is this one for the pepper mug?
Okay, we can do for the Ghost Pepper mug from mjhat.com Limited. Fourth.
If I win this, I'm going to be pissed.
That would be amazing. This is the time for KJ to win, ladies and gentlemen. This is his moment. Yes, thank you very much, MJ Hat.
I cannot stop laughing. I really hope you win, KJ. I love you / hate you, but I really hope you win because I cannot stop laughing.
Exactly. Here we go. Warp, exclamation point warp by Bardo. That doesn't do anything, but thank you for the love. Exclamation point play. Let's go. Chance to win. Here we go. Don't worry, KJ. It won't happen, or he might happen. He might be the one time that KJ wins, and O'Hylen is going, or Jen, or O'Hyle Jen says.
That would make me his lucky charm. That would make me his lucky charm.
I'll have to put Ghost Pepper's mug back in the far depths of my pantry by a lone mug all by yourself because I don't have any other mugs.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Exclamation point play. Press start. Hey, JPCS, Asian boy made it in. Here we go. 9 seconds. Exclamation point play. Don't miss out on this. Ghost Pepper mug from MJ Hat's fourth wall. Very kind of him to provide that. Here we go.
If it really helps you, KJ, I can tell you that having the son of a mug along with the son of a t-shirt, it just feels like a great fit.
That's also double like that. No one's thrown anything in, but explosions have happened. J-Bay, Mal 1222 12 just died. Tillers 421 just died. Rizo, McShish just died. Nakio just died. Kevin's just died. Retro Fury just died. Nay Never just died. Heretic Vinny just died. Crisito just died. Sojum just died. Evil XP just died. 100 bits by KJ to try and cause some havoc here. Lum's been thrusted by KJ.
Oh wait, did I kill Crisito?
Yeah, exactly.
Did I kill Crisito with my bits?
Yeah, you did. You killed Crisito with your bits, and KJ, you just thrusted Lum to his death. He enjoyed it, and then he just died. So I don't know what that means, but sounds exciting. Just Kevin is right behind with another 100 bits. Hydrate Just Bordado. Dundesh is right behind him. Ghost Pepper's in the lead. Ghost Pepper's gone way ahead. Ghost Pepper's trying to win her own mug. She's gone past 1 and 2 sort of holes. Simon says throw 100 bits. KJ threw another 100 bits to try and cause some havoc. John Jones aside. KJ just got boosted. Twin Fianzo. Let's Formatron. John Jones just died. Don't kill Jones just died. MJ Hatch just died, which leaves Ghost Pepper and everyone else battling for this. This is going to be quite exciting. This battle is very, very interesting because it means that Ghost Pepper could win her own mug from a different store that doesn't exist. Broken Wolf just died. Ramscoop just died. Michelle just died as well. Let's go. The battle continues. It goes past the roundabout of doom, and this race is getting towards the final ramp. Who's going to get there? We're watching Simon Says as he tries to laugh his way through this. Killer Angel's right behind. We go, those 100 bits by KJ are about to cause absolute havoc in every way possible because it sends Ghost Pepper to the lead. Ghost Pepper's way ahead. Ghost Pepper, you're about to do this. Ghost Pepper's beating everybody. Ghost Pepper in the last run. Ghost Pepper wins. Ghost Pepper wins.
Let's go.
Ghost Pepper wins her own mug from a different store. Ghost Pepper.
That's great.
That's
great.
Kidding? What the? Okay.
Fucking bullshit.
You know what I did? And the greatest part is
No.
KJ did not win.
Yeah.
So good job,
Yeah, I know
Ghost
it, right?
Pepper. Good
Right.
job.
Can I gift it to KJ because I think he needs it? I don't need it. Can I gift it to KJ?
He's gonna get a pity Ghost Pepper mug. Awesome.
I swear to God.
That's the best thing.
I'm gifting it to KJ.
I'm with Sammy Stitch. I think this is some rigged bullshit.
It's rigged.
I mean, MJ had.
This is the one.
MJ
I didn't do nothing.
Oh my God! Let's give away a Ghost Pepper mug. Then Ghost Pepper wins. This is some bullshit.
So give it to KJ.
Ladies and gentlemen, while the battle happens between MJ Hat making a huge decision on his career choices of friends, he's got to decide whether he's going to give Ghost Pepper her mug or give it to KJ. That's up to him. Thank you very much, MJ Hat, for your generosity on that one.
KJ can have it. I got you, KJ. Don't worry about it. I'll send you a code shortly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, aren't you sweet? Thank you. Thanks, Pepper.
Wait, that's...
You love me. Remember that later.
Exclamation point play. Let's go.
I love
go.
everyone.
But because people have been giving away a lot of the great things, this will turn to a T-shirt from STFCbriefings.com. So this is a chance for you to win a T-shirt from there. Any T-shirt you want from the store. The Starfleet Academy ones are available. Don't recommend them. They're okay. Not my favorite design, but it's there. Exclamation point play. Let's go. STFC Data Jess got herself in there. She's like, a T-shirt, I'm in. She's like, oh, guten Tag, yeah. It's a T-shirt, yeah. But if STFC Data Jess does win, she gets a Jason V-neck special limited edition T-shirt with Jason V-neck wearing a
I think MJ Hat should be handling the admin here because I've already got my free mug.
God, you're such a...
I'm sorry. There's a chance to pose with V-neck in his strap uniform. Like, I want to win that.
Oh my God. Well, we'll see what happens. Jason V-neck, it's up to you. He's called the V-strap. Jason V-neck might potentially be providing it. But at least you get an STFCbriefings.com t-shirt, any choice of your choice. If you'd like to see, you can get a son of a t-shirt or anything super exciting. Albatron says, exclamation point, super friend. That doesn't exist here, sadly. Oh my God, yes, please. STFC Data Jess, that's weird and also interesting. I approve of this, Jason V-neck says, so hopefully Jason V-neck will do that. Here we go. A chance to win a t-shirt from STFCbriefings.com.
That is a really cute mug.
Oh my God. Here we go.
It is
7-6. Exclamation point play.
I'm freaking adorable. Of course it's cute.
God, between both of you. You
Oh
guys
my
went from
God.
battling to this. Here we go. And the race has begun. STFCbriefing.com, then you all hit the bombs, which is not a very good idea. You should avoid the bombs. Strike Diva, Fat Unicorn, Mal, 12212 just died. Domo just died. Heretic Vinny just died. JP just died. Oh, baby guy. Baby JP die. E11E just died. Crazy just died. Sojin just died. Let's Former just died. John Drell just died. Loads of people died. RSDJ, you just died, even though you become affiliate. Mr. Tony Surge taking the lead, but he's battling with Goovy for good versus evil. Goovy and Mr. Tony Surge battling through. Someone misses the hole. They both miss the hole. Everyone misses the hole. Goovy, Mr. Tony Surge jumps past the hole. His car is going faster than anybody else's. He's got a chance here. 1,000 bits by Jason V-neck. Oh my God, Jason V-neck, your generosity is unbelievable. Thank you so much. And it caused unsubbed user. People have died. I mean, everyone's dying. Like, don't the production. Broken Wolf just died. Everyone's going to death, and everyone's battling their way through. This battle is here. Goofy's like, okay, this is not affecting me. Albatron, you just died. Abs just died. So that'd be amazing. KJ with 200 bits to try and cause some havoc here. And he manages to boost himself. McShiz gets dingled. Susie gets dingled. KJ just boomed himself ahead. And then he just caused Goofy to fall down, which puts Rage Starve in the lead. Rage has got a chance here. And the finish is easy. You've just got to get to the end. He goes past the roundabout, Niv's roundabout, which is really difficult to get round, but he managed to make it through. And Jason V-neck with another 1,000 bomb, 1,000 bits to absolutely cause havoc. Beach Whale just died, Nay Never just died, Kelrick just died, and Rage is holding on. Rage, you're about to win.
Oh, Jason V-neck, I got your 1,000 bits.
It's like as a Rage Starved is going round the rim, and he rimmed himself in. Sorry, what was that, KJ? He did what now? He rimmed himself in. Marvelous.
Jason V-neck cheered 1,000 bits just to ensure that.
Yes,
he cheered more bits than me.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That you died, you mean?
Yeah,
just to ensure that you
Rage
died.
Starved, you are the winner of an
Ghost
STFC Briefings. I'm not going to read that, Ghost Pepper. STFCbriefings.com t-shirt, buddy. Find any t-shirt from the store. Send me a link. I'll send you a giveaway link in return. You want the V-neck t-shirt? Jason V-neck, are you approve of this? Tell me yes or no, buddy, and I'll sort it and we'll figure it out. Jason V-neck, yes, Jason V-neck. Are you going to sort it, and then you just tell me how you want the doodah? Done Ditch with 2 second places in a row. If you reach 3 second places in a row, I will give you a mug. I got it. Thanks, V-neck. V-neck's done that. Okay, let's do a t-shirt again. This time it's STFCbriefings.com t-shirt. You get a Jason V-neck t-shirt. Thank you, Rage Star. Exclamation point play. Let's go. For STFCbriefings.com. Any t-shirt you want from the merch store. Let's go. What a race is going to be. This is going to be really exciting and sends people through. Let's go. Exclamation point play. Chance to win an STFCbriefings.com t-shirt of any sort. Oh, look at Lady Command's got old girl in my lap. She wants to win. Look at cute little kitty. She's got there. JP's made it in as well. Exclamation point play. Let's go. Panda Pirate's got himself in there. Will KJ win? That is the big question of the day. The Jason V-neck front and back t-shirt is hilarious. So that'd be amazing. Thank you very much, Jason V-neck, for your generosity. Let me know how I can sort you out, buddy, please. Absolutely really kind of you to do so. And we will see how this goes. Here we go. STFCbriefings.com t-shirt is available right now. Okay, anyone else? I hope Panda has a Panda marble. Panda does not spend money on the marble, even though he now knows he's got free coins to use in there. No, it's KJ. We only have him here to see where it is. Beach Will, you made it in. About to press start. Need a V-neck calendar with a centerfold. Okay, here we go. Starting 10 seconds. Netniv, you made it in. 8, 7. Shiz, you made it in. 6, 5, 4. Anyone else? 3, 2, 1. Webster Sponge, you made it in time. Hopefully you can sponge your way through this or unsponge your way through this. Jason V-Neck, wow! Jason V-Neck with 1,000 bits to cause absolute havoc. V-Neck, your generosity is unreal. And everyone's dying. Don't test protection just died. V-Neck just boomed himself. Cottontail just died. Rachel just died. Siobhan just died. Captain Chris Pike just died. Dundish just died. Ramscoop got thrusted, which he got his first action in a while. Albatron swapped with Goovy. I died. Asian Boy just got dingled. V-Neck just boosted himself. Oh my god, what's V-Neck doing? 1,000 bits, another 1,000 bits, another 1,000 bits. What the hell is happening here? MJ Hatch just restarted. Jason V-Neck, why are you being such generosity? I love you for it. Thank you so much. But Panda Pirate's taking the lead. Panda Pirate's gonna win. This is unreal. Can Panda Pirate become the winner? McShish just died. Evil XP just died. E11E, E11E, and then MJ Hatch just threw 4 to 200 bits and killed Panda Pirate right towards the end, which is fantastic. Poke Jester, you just died to death as well. Netniv just got dingled, which he went, ooh, is that Jess? Yeah, mate. I love you, mate. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Oh, and then here we go. Susie's taking a huge lead. As Netniv is trying to work his way through. Susie with 22 bits. Gnacchio with 1 bit. 1 single bit of cheering. And he goes, woo. And then Alice in Romuland. Alice in Romuland deserves a win. And then Jason V-Neck with another 1,000 bits. What the hell is going on? Jason V-Neck's 20. Bob, Jason V-Neck, you should be winning because you've taken a huge lead. Jason V-Neck just iced a bunch of people. Netniv just swapped with Asian Boy, swapped people ahead, and sent Susie to the lead. Susie's got a win.
Was
Susie
crying
missed.
about a not winning marbles.
It's
And
just
then
like,
Ghost Pepper won her own mug and gave it to Oxford Duffley Guy. As a
yeah,
pity.
exactly. Lady Command, you've got a chance here to win. Lady Command's in the lead, but then she can make it through Divine for Divinity. Divine never accepts his prize, and he hit the rim. He just got rimmed out of the way. Lady Command just missed. John Deere's got a chance here. Murphy's got a chance to win. Sammy Stitch. Netniv! Netniv wins! Netniv wins! What the hell?
No!
No! Netniv is the winner!
What can I say? It's a good week.
Floyd, where are you? Floyd, this is ridiculous.
I'm gonna need that T-shirt, Netniv. I'm gonna need that T-shirt, buddy.
Just like absolutely. Netniv wins any T-shirt he wants from STFCbriefings.com. Callie Misted, it's unreal. This is.
I mean, you were one of the few finishes there, MJ, with me.
We could make him a Ghost Pepper shirt.
Oh my god.
It could be better.
I will let you guys make a decision on that one, and let's get. Thank you, Beachwell, for the resubscription for 3 months. That's so kind in advance, and send us.
I agree, Tabby Mosa. I agree. KJ died and I won, so the wheel was definitely still spinning.
Exactly. Point play. Let's give away an STFC Briefings T-shirt. Netniv may have won one. Who knows? But we'll make him decide. Netniv, either make a decision about the one you want. I can send you a redeem link. You can choose another one, so you can add to your list of marvelous, fantastic T-shirts. So you can have, or you can have a mug, or you can have whatever that you want. Anything but a jacket. So point play. Let's go. Let's make it through. You can have a mouse mat. You can have, there's so many different things. You can have a kazooie.
I have a jacket.
Yeah, exactly. But,
Ooh.
I don't have a jacket. God.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's too hot for a jacket anyway.
I don't have a jacket either. I don't have a jacket either.
Point play.
I also,
I
also have a hoodie.
Yeah, that is true.
KJ also doesn't have a win at marbles.
We know KJ has nothing. It's okay. We all know KJ does not have any of it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. The Big Moose has made it in. Big Moose, !1 play. Come and join Marbles. You win merchandise, a T-shirt of any choice that you wish to have from STFCbriefings.com. Come on in, people. Let's go. Any last joiners? Someone get KJ some clothes. Oh, God. Panda Pirate to put !1 play. He's there. Trek Diva, you have made it in. Divine. Come on, !point play before I press the start. You already scammed a mug. We don't want you to hear what you don't have, Crocus Maximus says to KJ.
Oh, you know what? Do you know what I should do? I should get the T-shirt to go with my other mug.
Oh, yes.
Just
your other T-shirt?
Yeah. Just the legendary.
Yeah, well, I'll have my legendary mug and my legendary T-shirt, as well as my Son of a mug and my Son of a T-shirt.
T-shirt. Exactly that. !point play. Let's go. Go on. Press start. This is for a T-shirt.
Where's Floyd? We need Floyd.
Yeah, where is Floyd? Floyd, we need you here. And Broad Press Start, this will be the final marbles race as we work our way through. This is a chance for you to win. 5, 4, Crisito, you have made it in. And here we go. 3, 2, and here we go. The race begins. This is your chance to throw everything at it. Very last minute. Ostis takes a lead. Jason Vinek with another 1,000. What the hell is going on? Jason Vinek, you kind man. Netnif's taking a huge lead, but then Ostis blasts way past him and dies. And then KJ just got no gravity, but he's still surviving. He's still there and alive. John Jones, you just got exploded right in front of everybody, and everyone went, oh, he's such a lovely man. Such a cutie. Oh, we used to know him as a guy who used to walk down the street and slap that never across the face. John Jones, you got a chance out your Ormouth sword. You just died a death that made you die there. But however, from the lead, it's gone to Brightosh, who's taking a huge lead. Worked his way through. Another 1,000 bits by Jason Vinek. Wow, mate, I don't know what the hell is going on. Cracked Chris Pikes on 1,000 bits. MJ has got 200 bits. There's people dying everywhere. Oh, Highland just died. Panaman just died. Someone's going to win a T-shirt. And it's the battle's huge. Sherlock Ohms just died as well. J-Bibbs just died. Asian Boy. And you guys all fell through the hole.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nigel?
Yes?
Crocus Maximus finished.
Oh. When did Crocus Maximus, you're the winner of a T-shirt?
That's what she said.
That was so anticlimactic.
Yep, sorry, but facts.
Oh, you're the winner. Oh, Crocus, you're the winner.
Crocus.
I mean, you want me to lie? Man, it's facts, bro.
Yeah, Crocus, you are the winner of STFCbriefings.com T-shirt, buddy. !point Discord. Find me on the right-hand side, Nigel. Click on my name, exec producer, and DM me with the T-shirt of your choice. The fastest balls in the West, according to Lum, which is absolutely fantastic, and everything that goes with that as well. Wow, what a stream. Thank you so much, Jason Vinek, for your generosity, and everybody else. Captain Chris Pike, you've done really well. Beachwell, superb for subscribing. Thank you so much for doing that, sending us through. Anyone who's willing to do it, please press your own subscriptions to make the PP points work, because if we can get 30% more that we can give to charity rather than going to half of it to Twitch, that would be amazing, and I'd love to do that. That's really kind of you. Jason Vinek says, thanks for what you do for us in the community. Thank you very much for saying that. It's not only me, it's you guys. This is your dream. This is you guys. And then next month, Retro Fury's giving me an absolutely fantastic suggestion for next month's sort of charity as well, which is great. So I appreciate you guys all for doing this. I would love to raid with a big number. And what ends up happening is when I play the video, is that people disappear, and I want you to be here. So if the video's too long, tell me. I would love it if you guys are still here, because I would love to just give someone a bit of love from our community. So if you can stay here during the video, I will not do that and send people through. The main thing is we want to share this love with everybody that we have.
Oh,
so
you know what? Happler PD on this stream. Y'all Staffley guy didn't win at marbles yet again.
Yeah, exactly. That didn't win at marbles at all. Let me see who we got following. Anyone that we can help do. Yes, we can do. Any suggestions, ladies and gentlemen, and anyone we can go to and make something happen. Let's do a big raid.
Nigel?
Yes, go ahead.
Don't say PP anymore, because you apparently haven't seen the Discord chat. It's just bad.
It's partner point, partner plus. That's what people call it. And if it's bad, it's bad. Shall we make a point? Guys, let's raid this. This will be fun. And let's absolutely say, thank you very much. Wonderful streamer. Let's support everybody. Here we go. This is for the marbles. Thank you again, guys. I will see you guys on Thursday. It's going to be Tuesday on Loop Stream, Thursday on everybody else's. Thanks again. Until next time, goodbye.